Alright, so we're going to the Tony Cannoli case. Only going toward this. Just as another perspective for them to have. Now we gotta get in the Jerry voice. We can't fuck that up.
I attended Vanderbilt Law School, top of my class in 1998.
It must have been a very short.
Nice to meet you.
A very short class.
Excuse me?
What did you
I'm
just
ready,
say?
you, bro.
No, because
He's
you
dreaming. Bless him.
Me and my client
only
will
little.
go ahead and head in.
Alright.
Bless him.
Mr. Cannoli, let's go ahead and head in.
We can all be dreamers, I guess.
All right.
Hey, can I speak to you out real quick?
Yeah, sure. Is that you? Is that Frankie?
Wow.
Frankie?
No, that's not Frankie.
No,
Frankie?
my name's Jerry.
Oh. I thought that was Frankie.
So are things, Mr. Chips.
pretty good. Going
Sorry,
well.
you're a doctor now, aren't you, Dr. Chips?
Oh, yeah, I always was. I just it's always Dr. Chips. I just have my clinic now. That's all. If you ever want to come for therapy,
No.
are you sure?
Yo.
I think you need therapy after I've been, brother.
No, people have threatened the same many times, and they always come out with I don't know, an experience.
Hello. Hello, Kieran. That was threatening.
There's so many gods, I love it.
You know,
Likewise.
you're not allowed to wear masks when you go there, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, my
I-
God,
Yeah.
fucking Bobby Guam then.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I did as
I don't
well.
really like the smell of
Sammy, come over here and just speak
some
to
of
me.
those people.
Yeah, someone
Right.
could do a good bath.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that Levinsky guy
You
could do a
find
good
them
bath.
cunt, I'm gonna fucking shoot them.
I've only met him once,
Just kidding.
actually.
Uh-huh.
Nice, maybe.
Yeah,
Well-
he stinks a piss.
Who does he?
Yeah.
He must wear those boxers, undies, 7 days a week.
No, he needs to sort that shit out big time.
He needs to shake more before he puts it away.
No, y'all come here often?
It's a shake and a dab.
Shaking it up, but if you shake it more than twice, into class as a wank.
True. That's many unsatisfactory wanks.
Hello.
I mean, it's a bit short, that, if you ask me.
My favourite lawyer's inside there, Matt.
Who?
Look, he's here. He's on the steps there, look. Come over.
Who?
Oh,
The small dude.
yeah.
Who's that?
We're having talks. Fucking fantastic.
Nobody.
Oh,
Do
he
you know what? It's
talks?
fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. You guys handle it.
Fuck knows.
He goes, come over here. I'm representing him here.
Come over here. Come over here.
It's going to be the time I actually get to see. I've never seen.
Look, he's here, my favourite lawyer.
Eliza and what's her name?
It's good outside.
Oh, fuck all what's going on
I don't know
here.
what's happening, bro. I'm trying to fucking argue with
Hi,
someone.
Mr. Lawyer.
Right now.
I don't even know what the fuck
Hey,
is.
hello, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Can you tell me come over here, please?
We're not
There's
talking
no,
about
there's
him.
no way Nick's wearing the suit.
No problem.
Of course.
Can you
Look
speak
the
to me
best
here,
in the
please?
suit.
Well, would you please come over
Get
here?
closer
I know.
so we can
Oh,
listen to
Make everything look good, man.
He's
What about
amazing.
here?
I hope that
Come over.
this
Oh.
podcast helps you,
You make
and I
everyone
hope
else
it
look
wasn't
good.
from your service to the city.
I mean, nothing so obvious.
Oh, well,
Mhm.
thank you very much for your service. We do appreciate all that you have done here.
And
for
I
the
got,
city.
you know, my fucking
Yeah. Yeah. Where's
forget
my
what they're
certificate?
called on my shoes.
Well, I do hope that your pension is taking care of you, and that you get reduced the medical charges.
So yeah,
Fuck,
my
we missed
spec.
out on the
I'm a bit
chop.
They're called
strapped on cash.
specs. Yeah.
We could have used the Van Loser Hassan or whatever the thing's called.
Man,
Really?
I don't believe so. I mean, I have spoken to the man.
And make sure you guys don't have anything illegal on you. Yeah.
Seems like a very wonderful
Yeah.
individual.
Oh. What's his name?
I have a
My
lot
penis
of.
is illegal.
Mr. Lowe.
I have Morgan's nuts.
Hello.
Oh.
That I don't know. It's a burger,
Okay.
but it is.
Here he
The only
is.
thing that
He
makes stick
needs a good
is
bath, this fella does. Look, you go near him, he stinks of piss.
Yo.
That's why he's always
Goodbye.
Bye, mate.
Look.
The bar
Look.
scared him away.
Spanky. Spanky.
Hello,
Who's
Jimmy
this
Dogs.
puppy?
I'm so high.
Is this Barry?
hello.
Hi, Barry. He's a dream killer. Hey, Barry. Let me guess, them two of your kids there, are they?
He's discriminally eating cummies over there.
Barry's got about 20 kids, I think. Are they your kids here, Barry?
Fucking hell. Is it Brad or is it Gabe that's here?
Gabe's in my car.
So who's that over there?
That's Paul.
Oh, Paul's eating a bowl of cam. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Dragon running off down there.
There's no way I'm going to see Sammy and Eliza in the same room. I always believed they were the same person.
I'm not surprised.
I won't be doing much commentary this time. I just want to make sure that you all get to see
Hair's a little blinding.
the other
You
side.
thought Sammy and Eliza sounded the same.
Attention, everybody. If you can hear me, you may now start entering the courtroom. Just to be aware, you will be searched before you enter. Once you are inside the courtroom, you will not be able to
Hello.
leave.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay?
Whatever.
And if you
mind
do
me.
leave for an emergency, you can't come back in.
I have a
Okay.
question,
They're
Miss
old enough.
Sammy.
Yep.
You what?
I did inform
Would
You
call
got
me
deaf
Peter and
too?
stuff
You got need
that
hearing
I
aids?
do have a prior engagement that I am DJing for the VU
You gotta
event.
do
So
bad.
after I testify,
Do it.
they were supposed to let me leave.
No, you can leave. You just can't re-enter.
That's fine. I don't need to re-enter after I'm done.
Okay, that one
All
out.
right.
Yeah,
cool.
my ex-wife said the same thing.
Fucking hell.
Oh my good lord.
Jesus, Jimmy.
All right, so yeah, if you've got anything illegal on you right now, go put it away, please, because it will be taken.
My dick's not detachable. Sorry.
Okay.
A penis
got
is not
phenomenal,
illegal, Chewy.
It is in certain countries.
That chip is not
Why?
chewy
Because it's
either.
so small.
My license
No,
plate?
because it could be used as a
I'm
deadly
so
weapon.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, just because I had a hard on and I ran into a wall and broke my nose first doesn't mean anything.
Oh, okay, that's too much
A
information.
toothpick is a deadly weapon if you swallow it, so.
Yeah, exactly.
You heard?
Do I have to put it away?
Oh, I thought it was illegal because it's a chip. That's all.
It's a deadly weapon. It just depends on how you use it.
It is illegal if you punch in an 8-year-old.
Can you not film it?
Oh,
Okay, that was
Oh.
way too far.
Oh god.
Anyways,
shit. Yeah, don't film it.
We don't do that. We don't do that. I wanted to be very clear. We do not do that.
We do not do that.
That way it's
Are you
not
going
like,
in?
you know, all out here.
Is Sergeant here or
Yeah,
in the lobby?
Yeah,
no,
we'll do
we
it.
through the
Oh.
doors.
Oh, who let him?
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm all right.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And this is again Mr. Lightfoot, Mr. Cannoli. Mr. Lightfoot, I was told, was there on the day in question. So if we do need to have him testify, he will be testifying to what he saw.
It was your lawyer, not the other one.
Oh, well, then it's in his defense.
Yeah, I know. I'm good with it.
Okay.
Tony, you look very good today.
He looks healthy,
Thank
right?
you.
You look mad. He looks
He
really
looks-
good today.
I mean,
What's up,
honestly,
Cannoli?
honestly,
Hello.
this is like George Clooney status of like man of the
This
year.
is prime, bro. This is prime.
George Clooney.
Like
That's
you
funny.
know, man of the year kind of thing. Like
Okay,
you know,
well, you
Matthew
should have seen what he
McConaughey,
wanted
George
to
Clooney,
wear.
I want to see what he wanted to wear.
And then I
Yeah.
was like,
a
I
banana
really
suit.
think you should put on a suit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was gonna put on a suit, but it was gonna be a birthday suit. Just
That
with
was
the,
really
you know,
Chewy.
just with a banana
I
hammock.
mean,
You
the
know,
balances of justice will favor the righteous, and we believe that we have more than a case to take care of the charges brought against my client.
awesome. Where do I sit?
KP, why you
You can
walking
just
slow
sit in the
motion?
gallery and wait.
What?
I believe we are
Why-
going to be
You were
searched.
just, like,
Why'd you keep walking
constantly
on the
walking
spot?
We
I'm
were
not?
searched at the.
Yeah, we
front
were
door.
searched before we could even come
You
in.
definitely are.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't jump. Give me a sec.
Can
They're
we,
searching.
proceed
They're
then?
searching outside.
You guys can go in now if you.
I need to jump.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Is that
spaghetti.
better?
Us here in this room to intimidate us, I bet.
Jimmy, your thumb doesn't go in that.
Yeah,
way.
God, I'm
I
so
forgot about this
surprised.
door. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fine. I have keys still.
I'm stuck. Hold on. Everybody surrounded me.
Go,
What
Raven.
side is
Up to you.
Cannoli sitting on?
You want to sit next to your dad, KP?
Over this side?
Sure.
Okay, well then I gotta sit over here.
Me first.
Look at that.
That's it.
Hi.
Hey, Chewy.
Hi.
How you?
Fuck. I'm yelling. Shit.
Shut up, Chewy.
God darn it, dude.
I swear I did not inhale.
I swear I did not touch that woman. She touched me though.
Hello, Judge Snow. How are we doing this lovely day?
When did she touch you?
Oh, I am
Hey,
doing
the only
wonderful.
thing Cannoli
I
is
do
guilty of
appreciate you
is
taking
that
time out of your schedule here
not
to
beating that
help
man's
bring
ass harder
justice
than
to the city. Wonderful. I mean, any time that you have available for us, we truly do appreciate.
Hey, you give me sense,
Oompa
mate.
Loompas everywhere.
She may be a cop, but she's still my sister.
All right.
Makes me
Out
proud.
there, so you can't be.
Trouble with the police. Makes me proud.
Oh, I get.
I want front
I'm
seats, I
gonna sit
can't
in
say.
the,
It's
in
better
the
than
private
the last
gallery.
time he got in trouble with the police.
Old age
Okay.
pensioners.
You want to sit on my lap?
No.
Extra boost.
I'm a juryman.
I'm
Have we got a jury?
Don't jump up then.
No. They
Alright.
just happen to be police officers that want to, I guess, order over there.
When did we get a whole lawyer?
Yeah, that's right, old man. You sit there.
Is that Buford?
Someone give that lady a slap.
That's Buford, isn't it?
Right now.
Beauregard.
Do it.
A day to come over and slap me, pussy.
I'll slap you.
Pardon?
No,
You
Kev,
say about
no.
Slapping your pussy? What?
You
not
better,
what I said.
you better
That's
turn
not what
around
I
because
said.
I'll do it right now.
That is not what I said.
Excuse
Like,
me,
I heard you
please
say something
refrain
about
in
slapping
mixed
pussy.
company from
It-
using such
it was-
language.
My apologies.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
My apologies.
Did he just call you an Oompa Loompa?
Hey!
Yes, sir.
Yo, yes!
Come on, we fella.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh, good
god.
lord.
Save this to me first, Junior, because
have people refrain from
What
such
the hell?
activity here in the courtroom.
Oh my!
There was someone
she
who
good?
I believe was
What's
a
up?
bit flagellant, which was extremely loud and
They
seemed a
probably
little
ate that
wet.
Oh,
Uber.
I thought those guys were
Just
sitting
a
by.
forced smile
It sounds
on
like they ate that Uber.
Yo, it stinks so bad, bro.
Just keep smiling. Just keep smiling.
Just gonna.
You, Tommy, go to the toilet. Get
That
everything
wasn't
you
me,
need to
you
do done now.
Yo, it's good.
Bloody
Like the fit. Like the fit.
It's fine.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Just
back
stop eating
up.
that Uber.
Chewie, who's your friend?
Stop eating that Uber. We won't shit
That
yourself.
Mr. Chips.
Oh my god, is that Bella?
Hello.
Hello, it's been a long time.
Shalom.
going?
It's Lily.
Hey, oh my god, nice to see you back.
Hey,
Have you
Mr.
been?
Mario, I stole the
Yeah,
Mario
you know,
fit.
here and there, you know, traveling.
Hey,
Although,
Bigger,
I have
better
no
things.
clue.
Oh.
The fit just looks nice.
But you know, I thought I got
Oh,
wind
excuse
of
me,
a
Mr.
good
Mario.
podcast, so I thought I'd come down and see
Yeah. I
what's
need to be
going on.
rehired.
Oh,
Yeah.
so-
I thought this
Crack-a-lacking,
was
you know?
yesterday.
Oh,
What's
no.
happening?
No clue.
excuse me, Mr. Mario. I was just wondering. I would stop down at your shop and it was unlocked earlier today, but no one was in there. I was trying to get some food before the court. Ah,
For my documentary, how many chocolates and beans did you
Oh.
pay this woman to work for you?
excuse me.
It's that weirdo
18.
female Shane.
Oh.
Because, yeah.
Mr. Torres. Mr. Torres, I was wondering if I could procure some sustenance. I'm a little low. I apologize on food and drink. Ah, wonderful. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to bill me if you need to.
No, you're good.
Okay, so who are we missing?
It's not me. I'm
Did you
very
say bill
full,
him?
actually.
no problem.
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
Yes, I can.
Go
Can anybody hear
yeah.
me?
I believe Billy Bob is meant to be joining us at some point. He's just making his way
10-4.
down the highway.
Making his way downtown.
Before court starts, if everybody could like stay seated, that'd be great. You know, up and down stuff anyhow, in and out, just for the courtesy of others, and maybe silence your phone, put it on vibrate.
Not trying to steal your thunder pistol. Everybody eat as well. I don't want to hear bellies back
Yeah, right
behind
on.
me.
And don't forget to eat later on,
Please.
because
Excuse me,
it'll
Mr.
happen.
Alves, was that
Ain't you
you?
hungry, mother bitches?
Mother.
Was what?
See if that's Nola.
Oh, what?
Ask if it's
Billing
Nola.
me for some
Who?
sort of services?
The dog.
Is that Nola?
Is that
Oh,
Nola?
no.
And
That's a
this
SWAT
may
dog.
take a minute, so
Oh,
get comfortable.
That's BCSO.
Get
And
him
I
in
think we
That's
need a
Scooby.
bailiff.
You for his food and drink
There's a
services.
BCS on and there's a SWAT one over there.
SWAT one's Barry. Well,
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's Barry.
Yeah, that's
it
exactly
does
what
say
happened.
Daniel Alves.
No,
Exactly.
no,
Daniel Alves.
Nola's
Recreating
the
the
EMS
situation.
dog, isn't she?
Yeah.
And is there a bailiff in the house?
Oh, yep.
If you want, I can do it.
And controlled conduct.
If you want pistol, I can do it.
If somebody acts an ass, you could, throw them out, fine them $25K, whatever.
Alves is going to do it. I can beat him
That
with a
pizza
dildo
slice is
bat.
bigger than he is.
Yeah.
I think you would go over here on the opposite side.
What,
Okay,
here?
Tony, hearing it up.
No.
Alves.
Just right over there.
Over this side, pistol.
Stand by the dog.
Excuse me, sir. You could just come right over here, bailiff. And be present right here, sir.
Oh,
Do
okay.
appreciate your efforts. Thank you very much for helping the court.
And by the request of the court and law enforcement, if everyone would remove a mask, unless it's like surgically sewn to your face or something like that.
But what if
and
you accidentally
we'll
use
go ahead with
permanent
the story.
marker?
And you're screwed.
So court's now in
God,
session.
it was paint.
This
That
is
marker got stuck on my
State
face.
of San Andreas Court versus Tony Cannoli.
Thank
And
you, sir.
that is the plea of your client is not guilty. Is that correct?
Correct, sir. Not guilty.
Great, great. So we'll go ahead and get into our opening statements.
You want me to go
Oh,
first, John?
please, please.
Yeah.
Oh, and please make sure to recite the charges so that we may all hear them.
I will do. Can everyone hear me? Is working? Hello.
Oh, yes, we can
Yeah,
hear.
yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Just making sure. Okay, I'll do this how we've always done it. I'll read through the incident report and then we'll obviously give a brief few words in regards. The state presents the charges of aggravated assault, which falls under felony category. I'm going to read this incident report now. 144 J Mintz was coming down the staircase of the courthouse as the RICO case was coming to an end. The defense lawyer of the Misfits gang, Billy Bob, was talking to a few people outside. It was then that Billy Bob and Tony Cannoli exchanged a few words, which was out of earshot. By the time 144 Mintz had got to the bottom of the staircase, it's where he witnessed Mr. Cannoli strike Billy Bob, not only once but twice in a rage. Billy Bob fell over not once but twice in pain, and that's where Tony Cannoli started walking in and out of the courthouse in rage, failing to stop when giving police commands. That's when other civilians got involved and zip-tied a few officers.
That was me.
Officer Biggleton came to the rescue and got 144 Mintz out of the zip ties, and 144 Mintz put Mr. Cannoli under arrest for the assault of Billy Bob and read him his Miranda rights. Tony Cannoli was transported to MRPD by Mintz, where he stated multiple times that he did in fact assault Billy Bob while on the ride to the station. In the cells, Tony Cannoli did request that Mintz write the report that he said, "How could you represent these scum?" before striking Billy Bob. Fingerprints and pictures were taken and came back to Tony Cannoli. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of different statements. We're going to see a lot of people cross-examined. It's going to be a very intense case, as you can imagine. Going to see you're going to see a very, very interesting mix in thought here. Based off meetings that have took place prior to this court, the expectation is that there's going to be some sort of claim of mental instability to plea the case. As you know, Your Honour, in discovery, I've submitted the relevant medical material, the reports from doctors, etc., and I think we have an expert witness in the courtroom as well. I just want to emphasise that you, as a judge, your responsibility, as I'm sure you know yourself, and you like to upkeep the law and make people feel safe, which is the job of us all here, including myself. And it's important to weigh both sides of the legalities and the scales when you're working in such a role. Now, how can you expect any citizen in this room to comply with law enforcement or feel safe when the person who is in charge of arguably the most responsible division within the police force and has the most power in the police force can't respond to that law correctly himself? You're members of the own Justice Department who are here to serve to the citizens and liaison with other officers to ensure fair justice. Can't even work safely in his own manner because he's being assaulted by police officers. And yeah, I think that's something that everyone in this room should be taking into account. Would you feel safe having to listen to orders from a police officer who is also assaulting judges? But
Again,
lawyers,
that statement. Really, you're asking a question of his statement, sir?
I'm not asking a question. It's a rhetorical question in an open statement.
Just let
It's
him
a
finish.
rhetorical
He's not
question.
going to interrupt you when you make your statement. Just let him
No
make
problem,
his.
no problem.
Okay, yeah, I'll wrap it up at that. But obviously, everything's in discovery that we need to go over. Just hopefully we can see through this and serve proper justice to people, because as we all know, no one is above the law of their department, their rank, their status, who they are. They are not above the law, and we are responsible for upholding that. Thank you.
Thank you.
I apologize. Let me see if I can. I guess not. Again, I am here to represent my client, Mr. Tony Cannoli. He is being charged with aggravated assault, a felony charge, which carries a stiff penalty. Now, as they discussed, there are several reports given based on mental state. But again, I don't challenge any of those reports. But again, I think what we need to know is that on times, I feel like we are overstepping our bounds as a society in terms of an attempt to put away individuals that we may not feel are in our best interest. But all individuals should be given the ability to be presumed innocent until found guilty. I know they're going to parade many things out here, stating many different things. But as we see, I believe in the end, the truth is that we will find him not guilty of these felony aggravated assault charges as defined by our penal code.
Thank you.
Please, Mr. Levinsky, go ahead and call your first witness.
Mr. Levinsky, when you're ready, you can call your first witness.
Right. Okay. Let me have a little look at my paperwork here, see who I'm going to call first. Do we know if Billy Bob's been able to arrive yet, or are we still waiting?
I haven't seen him walk in.
Okay.
How about you could call someone else?
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And I'll email him and see what his
Yeah,
status
yeah.
is.
Let's start off then. I would like to call Morgan Freeman to the stand, please, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm a big fan. Where is he?
Not Morgan.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, he's very different.
If you would swear in the witness.
Oh, state your name.
Morgan
Raise your right
Freeman.
hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So I help you. Kudos.
I do.
All right.
You
All
may
right,
be
Morgan
seated.
Freeman. He stinks of shit.
If you'd like to approach the witness whenever you're ready.
Okay. Can everyone hear me?
We still
Yeah, I can hear you.
sir.
Good.
Unfortunately.
Sometimes we have this where can't hear people. Okay, can you just state your full name, please, and your rank and status within the Department of Justice?
Name is Morgan Freeman. I'm the head of the Public Defender's Office.
Okay. And in regards to the Misfits case in particular, what was your position in that case?
I had no position in the RICO case.
Of course you didn't. Okay, you were present for the Misfits trial that took place, correct?
I was.
Okay. And at any towards the end of the trial, did you at any point hear Tony Cannoli speaking to anyone?
While I was in the office conferring with somebody, I did hear an argument, but I could not understand. I just heard raised voices coming from the main lobby of City Hall.
Okay. And could you clearly identify that one of those voices was Tony Cannoli or not? Again, I'm not going to badger you to lie. I want the full truth here. If it's
Yes, I did recognize one of the voices as Tony Cannoli.
okay. And throughout the trial that took place, did Mr. Cannoli appear to be agitated or enraged by the trial?
Yes, he did.
Okay. The incident that took place outside the courthouse in which the alleged assault took place, were you witness to that?
No, I was not.
Okay. So it's to my understanding that there was an incident that took place after this, after the initial incident. Am I correct in saying so or not? I might be mixing you up.
Can you be more specific as to what incident you're referring to?
To my knowledge, it's an incident that took place outside the police station. You give a statement for.
I was asked about my interaction with Mr. Cannoli outside of the PD office, and
Okay. I didn't mean to cut you off there. Can you just describe that full incident then? What prevailed?
I was standing outside PD talking with Officer Larson, and we were talking about how we hoped Cannoli was doing well. And then he came walking up the street and talked to us. There were some heated words because Cannoli was told that he wasn't allowed to enter the police department while he was under suspension.
Objection, relevance.
I mean, Your Honor, it's in relation to the medical reports and the evaluations that were submitted. This is attempting to establish...
I mean, is this an evaluation of his condition, or is this a trial on the actual assault of an individual? Because it seems to me the charge is aggravated assault, a felony charge of battery on an individual, not some, oh, well, how was he doing? I mean, if we have an eyewitness here to speak about what actually happened, then perfectly fine. But if we want to go around about his mental state, then we can go ahead and just ignore the innocent until proven guilty and prove that he assaulted someone in an aggravated manner using a deadly firearm as prescribed in the penal code.
Your Honor,
or some other deadly weapon.
As it detailed within the medical report submitted into discovery, it stated that Tony Cannoli was suffering distress following his line of work. That was a direct result of which. What I'm trying to establish here is if after this incident that took place, if Cannoli was still voluntarily associating himself with the police force, because that would be going against what his medical evaluation stated. I'm not asking him. I'm not asking the gentleman to testify.
Does that find him guilty of assault?
No one said it did, but that's the point of a cross-examination, to build a foundation and build evidence.
Continue on, since it has nothing to do with the actual assault. But
go ahead
please
with your
continue on.
questioning.
Continue on.
Okay. Okay. Freeman, could you please detail the situation that took place?
Shortly after he was told that, Officer Elijah went through and showed up with two other officers, which Officer Cannoli Mr. Cannoli got upset with because they were dressed in bandages. When he asked if they had a medical reason for having the bandages on and medical permission, and they said, no, we got verbal, no written. He then threatened to fire the individuals, and then he wound up threatening to strike Miss Eliza if they didn't remove the bandages immediately. After they left to go do so, he demanded they return, otherwise all three of them would be fired.
Well, okay. Or would you say that Tony Cannoli was still attempting to act in a police authority?
Yes.
Okay. And at this time, would you say that Tony Cannoli appeared to be agitated or distressed?
His elevated voice indicated that he might have been a little upset, yes.
Okay. I've got no further questions at this time, Your Honor.
Hello again, Mr. Freeman. It's very nice to meet you, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm sitting in a hot seat. I'm not doing too well.
Oh, no, I apologize for that. You did state that you are the head public defender here in the city. So I imagine you're well versed in the penal codes of the city, correct?
I am.
And you're well versed in the order of court and trials, correct?
I am.
How long have you been in the public defender's office, sir?
I can't hear you.
Almost a year.
I would like to state to the court that this gentleman here should be considered well knowledgeable and an expert on the penal code. Is that correct? Or would you have any disagreement with that, Mr. Levinsky?
I would not have any disagreement with that, no.
Perfect. So, again, getting away from some of the questions regarding the mental state of Mr. Cannoli, I only have a couple of reasonable questions. So, in his opening remarks, Mr. Levinsky had assault and then zip tie. I mean, I remember reading for some reports, but did you see any of this occur while you were in the building, sir?
No, I did not.
All right. And then, in your expert opinion, in terms of the penal code, the aggravated assault, it is a very, very stiff felony charge, correct?
There's no easy answer for that.
So, how would you? What
Not
would
me.
someone punching an individual be considered aggravated assault, even if there were expressed mean terms or words used?
I'm gonna object to that one. It's broad. You need to be more detailed.
What did you ask him?
I asked him, in his expert opinion, would someone punching someone and using mean terms, in his expert opinion, as was agreed upon, would that elevate one to an aggravated assault, a felony charge?
In my expert opinion, no. Throwing a single punch would not warrant an aggravated assault. Throwing multiple would.
So if there was one punch, a missed kick, individual tripping and falling, and then...
Your Honor, I'm just going to object on the basis of relevance vague. If you want to talk about the specific case, do that, but don't talk about a broad picture when it can be a variety of different incidents.
Well,
stay specific to the Cannoli one.
Again, wasn't this very specific in terms of what was stated happened? But that's okay. I have no other questions for this individual. Thank you. And Mr. Freeman, I do appreciate your time, and hopefully you can get out of this warm environment into a nice, cooler place.
Nice.
Mr. Levinsky, would you like to re-examine the witness?
He's gonna wreck this fucking lawyer.
Yeah, I would actually.
Right.
Hello, Morgan Freeman. I've got one question for you. Did you write the penal code?
No, I did not.
Okay, so did you revise the penal code as a lawyer to the best of your knowledge?
No, I did not.
Let me rephrase that. Have you, as a head public defender, knowledged yourself on the penal code? Not
Yes.
wrote them or anything. Yeah. So you didn't write the penal code, you didn't write the definition, and you didn't write anything concerning it.
Correct.
Great. That answers all my questions. Thank you, Your Honor.
Unless you have anything else to ask, Mr. Justice, I'll have the witness stand down.
I apologize. I apologize for Mr. Levinsky's questions. But again, as an expert and someone who has studied the penal code, who defends individuals here in the city, it is your expert opinion that what was stated has not reached a level of aggravated assault, correct?
My expert opinion states that it would have. If he had only thrown one punch and left it at that, whether the other kick connected or not does not matter. The intent was there to do harm.
And was harm found, or was there a weapon as stated in the penal code?
Deadly weapons aren't just going through and used as aren't just guns and things of such. Officer Cannoli is a high-ranking member of the police force, and he has been trained on hand-to-hand combat. So technically, his weapons could be.
Oh, perfectly fine, in your opinion. Thank you very much. That is all I need.
Mr. Levinsky?
Yeah, I've got no further questions for Morgan himself.
Wonderful. Thank you for your testimony, Mr. Freeman. I'll have you step down, but if you'd stick around, for some reason you may be called back.
Thank you, Mr. Freeman. Big fan.
you.
Big fan. Big fan.
Mr. Prosecutor, would you like to call another witness?
I would. Before I do so, I just want to establish: will Tony Cannoli be taking the stand today or not?
I mean, again, he is a individual here. We will put him on the stand if needed.
It's up to you. He reserves the right not to go to the stand. It's completely your choice.
Oh, no, and we will come to that bridge when we do so.
Okay.
Are you wanting to call him now?
No, not right now. I'd like to call Kavara King to the stand, please, Your Honor.
Ooh, go Cav.
Miss King, you in the house?
Where is she?
Miss King?
If she's deep in thought, we can call someone else while we were. Yeah, okay. Let's call Eliza Gray up to the stand, please, Your Honor.
Wait, can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yeah, make sure you shout. Are you shouting?
I am shouting, yeah.
Perfect. I'll raise your right hand. State your name.
Eliza Gray.
All right. Do you agree to tell the truth, the whole truth, none but the truth? So help you. Kudos.
Yes, sir.
All right. Take the stand. Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog's just walked in. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Okay, can I be heard? Feel like Macbeth.
Yeah, I can hear you, Metzger.
Oh my
Thank you very much,
goodness.
Elvis. Okay, can you just state your name, call sign, rank, and department, please?
Yes, sir. My name's Eliza Gray. I'm the commander of Blaine County Sheriff's Department, and my call sign is 203.
Beautiful. Okay, and were you present for the processing of Tony Cannoli?
I was present for the processing within the cells, yes.
Okay, and were you a witness to the assault that took place outside of the courthouse or not?
Negative.
Okay. The processing then, can you just describe to me in full what occurred and what happened?
From the part that I was brought in, I do believe that Commissioner Gorham was handling majority of the processing alongside Mintz. I was asked to step in and read him his bail conditions, which is what I did. At that time, Kavara was reaching out to Dr. Chips. Once I'd read his bail conditions, he was transported to Dr. Chips. That was all I was there for.
Okay. How would you describe Tony Cannoli's attitude throughout the processing?
Throughout the processing, he was, I'll be honest, pretty quiet. It's not like Cannoli. Cannoli's, I would say, one that doesn't shy away from speaking his mind. However, he was the complete opposite of that.
Okay. Would you say that for the duration of when Cannoli did speak, would you say he was hostile or not?
Negative.
Okay. Were you present during the Misfits RICO trial that took place?
I was a processing officer for those that were found guilty.
Okay. Do you want to, before this is raised, the questions I'm going to ask are relevant to this case. I won't be steering into the Misfits one. So I'm not going to collude cases. It's going to be some very simple questions. Okay. To the best of your knowledge that you can recall, during the trial that took place, did Tony Cannoli state on the stand that he was fit to testify?
He did, yes.
Okay. And did he claim that he had been mentally evaluated prior to the case?
I do not recall.
Okay. If you don't recall, just be honest, because I don't want to obviously tread on the line of perjury. Okay. When the court case had finished, was Tony Cannoli speaking in a group with a few people? It's a very broad question. In this
Again,
courtroom.
I don't recall. At that point, once the suspects had been found guilty, I was downstairs in the cells.
Okay. Have you previously worked alongside Tony Cannoli?
I have.
How would you describe Tony Cannoli's attitude as a person?
Again, I would say he does not shy away from speaking his mind. If he has an issue with something, he does not shy away from telling them. He's very forward with it, and to a lot of people, he can come across as quite aggressive, but to some, maybe not, depending on how well you know him, I suppose.
Have you, to the best of your knowledge that you can recall, ever heard people make complaint about Tony Cannoli?
I have, yes.
Okay. And do those complaints concern his attitude?
Yes.
Okay. I'll try and steer this back on course because this is getting a bit drifty. Okay. Were you present for the incident that further took place outside the police station?
I was, yeah.
Can you describe to me what happened on that incident?
I was on active patrol with two of my deputies, Cole IA and Pincho Pablo. We returned to MRPD after an active code red situation. To those that don't know, that is an active shootout. After seeking medical attention, we returned to MRPD to visit the armory. Upon arrival, we were met with Larson, Morgan, and Cannoli, where he addressed his concerns to the two deputies and stated that they are not allowed to wear a bandage around their arm. This bandage was approved by a newly higher EMS after a code red situation. He explained that I have to leave, get them to take it off, otherwise I believe he said I'd be striked or demoted. I can't remember which one of the two, and they would be fired.
Okay, and at this point, was Tony Cannoli suspended from active duty?
Yes, he was.
Okay. So, Tony Cannoli, would you say, was voluntarily associating himself with police work?
Yes.
Okay. And did Tony Cannoli stay around the police station for a long period of time?
He remained outside of the police station. When I returned after the clothing store, he was still there. And then I had a brief conversation with him just before he left, yes.
Okay. Okay, but when that incident prevailed, how would you describe Tony Cannoli's attitude?
Foul.
Oh, okay. Would you say he was hostile?
Yes.
Okay. Did he appear to be agitated?
Yes.
Okay. I've got no further questions, Your Honour.
Hello again, Miss Gray. It's
Hello.
very lovely to see you. How are you doing this lovely day?
I am doing well, thank you.
Oh, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you taking your time here. I don't have really much, as again, all of your all of your testimony that has been against my client's state of being. I do just have a couple of questions regarding the penal code. You are a police officer of many years. You left the police force, I believe, for a period of time and then came back. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So, in terms of violence, how would you say it's common here in the city?
Violence? In which
Yes.
form? It can be seen in many forms.
Tackling, verbal, physical.
It's common but highly illegal.
Highly illegal. So every individual who kicks or punches someone is regularly arrested, correct?
Affirm.
Everyone who goes and tackles or punches or kicks an individual is regularly arrested, correct?
Objection, speculation. It's on her on accord. You need to, if you want to establish if Eliza has arrested people for assault, then ask that. But you can't ask her to account for what other police officers do.
So have you often arrested people for tackling, punching, kicking?
I do arrest when seen, yes.
When
As of
seen, okay.
recently, no, but there have been arrests I have made in regards to aggravated assault, yes.
Oh, okay. And these are all charges of aggravated assault. Is there a different charge for assault? Or is there other charges?
I do believe there's a misdemeanor as well.
Oh, yeah, there's a misdemeanor. And in terms of battery, I know there's probably charges for battery, correct?
Aggravated assault.
Is there any charges for
Your Honor,
anything else?
objection, opinion on layperson. She's questioning on the penal code. That is a judge that writes the penal code. We can't start
Well,
ripping
I
her
guess
apart on a
he's
penal code.
asking her if she is aware of any other charges that are similar in nature that she's aware of. She may not be. So if she's not, she could just say she's not. If she's unaware of the penal code, I guess to her knowledge as a police officer, or Eliza, to your knowledge as
To
a
the best
police officer, to the
it's
best
okay,
of your
Judge.
knowledge.
It's okay, Judge. I can go. So, to the best of your knowledge, in the MDT, for violence against persons, offenses against persons, is there any other charges other than simple and aggravated assault?
Yes.
And are those charges ever levied against individuals?
They have been, yes.
Have you ever charged an individual with a simple battery or felony battery charge?
I have charged with a felony aggravated assault and an assault
Your Honor, I'm just going to object on layperson again, though. She does not prosecute charges, the district attorney does. So if you want to call a D up to the stand and ask them how they feel about prosecution of charges, then do so.
So you're telling me that every time an individual, I won't even address that because I know you'll object. So every time you arrest someone, Miss Gray, do you levy the charges, or does the district attorney come in and levy the charges?
I issue the charges.
Okay, so you thereby are levying the charges against and deciding what charges there will be against anyone that you have arrested, correct?
Yes.
No further questions.
Mr. Levinsky.
Yeah, I'd like to answer. I just want to reiterate, as I stated before, core counsel has obviously arrived. That was a big jump. It has arrived, as I stated, pre-trial. Yeah. Okay. Eliza Gray, do you write the penal code?
No.
Okay. Who is responsible for overseeing report orders?
That would be captains and above.
Okay. And the most reports that are audited, whom are they audited by?
Within Blaine County?
In a general spectrum of all law enforcement.
That would be you within Blaine County.
Okay. And what is my status in the Department of Justice?
You... Department of Justice?
Actually, I'll not ask that because that's definitely a line of hearsay. Okay, so every report that is submitted is reviewed by a district attorney or someone in a position of power to edit charges, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And again, do you edit the penal code, write the penal code, anything to do with it?
Negative, no.
I didn't think so. Perfect, thank you.
So, Miss Gray, from what Mr. Levinsky is stating, every time you make an arrest before you process an individual, it goes to a superior, and the decision is made regarding what the charges are.
No.
No more questions.
You got anything? Go on.
Oh yeah, I have one question.
I hear you. Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Does he shout?
I do, yes.
I don't know. He's very quiet.
Lovely.
Thank you much, Miss Gray. Please feel free
Yeah,
to
Ms.
step
Gray,
down.
thank you for your testimony.
Yeah,
You're
thank you for your
Appreciate
time.
it.
Thank you, thank you.
Please stick around if you don't mind.
Perfect,
See that, man? You got a
perfect.
gun right there. I could totally hop this
Beautiful,
counter,
coming
pull
along
that,
all
down
right.
everybody in
All right,
here.
who's next? I might need to go have a wee break in a minute.
There may be
Likewise.
someone at the door knocking.
Oh. The blood's getting a bit shorter in the old age.
I don't know if someone may need to stand up. They've been sitting for a long period of time.
Yeah.
So,
No, piss bottle.
Mr. Levinsky, do you have another witness you'd like to call?
Yeah, is Kavara King back or?
Yeah, I'm back.
Ah, perfect. I'd like to call Kavara King up to the stand then, please.
Great.
I have to
Miss
wait, I
King.
have to wait, I have to wait.
Excuse me.
Hello, madame.
Hello.
Would you like to state your name and hold your right hand? Up in the air for me. Perfect.
It's Kavara King.
Perfect. And do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? To help you, kudos?
Yes.
She's all sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
May I approach?
Yeah, if everyone
Perfect.
please be seated. Yeah.
Not too close though. The breath's a bit humming today.
Lovely, thank you, Alice. Okay, Kavara, could you state your rank within the medical field, please?
I am the director of medicine at Eclipse.
Okay. And how long have you been within the medical field?
5 years.
Wow. Okay, so you say that you're very well qualified.
Yes.
I'd agree. Okay. Could you describe your relationship with Tony Cannoli, please?
He's my fiance, and I live with him.
Okay. And did I hear an objection on that? No. Going crazy. It's the ghosts. Okay, so
Damien, sit down.
following the Misfits rage that took place, it is to my knowledge that Cannoli sustained some injuries. Is that correct?
Yes.
And were you responsible for the care of Tony Cannoli throughout those injuries?
Not the first injuries. I wasn't there when he was taken to the hospital. We were actually out looking for him at that time. He was taken while the raids were being conducted. I want to say it was YB and maybe another who did it. I'm not positive. They were the ones who initially did the treatment to try to save what they could of his eye. I did end up removing the eye and putting the prosthetic in so that it would help fight any infections that might come along down the line. And then I've been helping him get his strength back and taking him to his appointments with Dr. Chips because I'm not his therapist.
Okay, so did you ever complete a medical evaluation on Tony Cannoli?
I did write one up, but that was it.
Okay, and was this? I'm just backtracking, so man, the pause. This was before the Misfits trial, correct?
Before the Misfits trial? No.
Yeah.
Can I get
Okay,
past
this was after.
Yeah.
Tommy, if you leave, you're not
Okay.
welcome back in.
What was
Okay,
your
fair.
findings following that review?
After his eye got taken, it did take some kind of psychological on him, which I'm sure you would also have to agree.
Yeah.
That losing part of your body is a very traumatic thing that you're going to go through.
I agree, definitely.
It did put him into a state where he didn't want to really do anything. So he started losing his muscle mass and everything. Didn't really want to get up and do stuff.
Wow. Okay. So was this? I just want to make sure this was before or after the Misfits trial.
After, whenever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you present during the Misfits court case that took place?
I'm going to be honest, no.
Okay, that's fine. Being that you live with Cannoli and obviously you're his fiance, you'll be in a very tight relationship and share a lot of things, I'd imagine. Am I correct in saying so?
Yeah.
Okay. Did Cannoli at any point before the Misfits trial illustrate any signs of distress?
A few. He was more snappy than he was prior to the incident happening. It seemed like every little thing that you said to him, if it was said in the wrong tone of voice, he might snap at you. But other than that, he seemed pretty normal. But like you could just tell, like it was starting to get him upset with everything.
Okay.
Like that's whenever he stopped doing everything to keep his body more active.
So after the Misfits trial had took place, did Cannoli's attitude differentiate any from to begin with?
From prior to it, no, he was still very snappy, but he also was not seeking any medical treatment at that time.
Was this after the Misfits trial? Or before that he wasn't seeking the medical treatment?
Before.
Before, okay. After the Misfits trial, did Tony Cannoli illustrate any signs of disagree?
I have to hold for a moment.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. The attorney's not present, Your Honour.
Ah, I didn't realise he can. We'll wait.
Thank you.
I was going to say, can we call a little recess, please?
Yeah, I need to use the toilet.
Safe.
All right. 3 minutes.
All right,
Make him
use the
sprint.
toilet.
All right, I'm counting. Run, Alvarez.
Today's court case is sponsored by Viagra. Do you have trouble standing up at night? Do you have trouble getting up when you're on that fantastic date with that perfect woman? Call 995-599 for your blue pill today.
Where'd it go, Jimmy?
If you use the code Jimmy for 25% off your first order.
Go, Jimmy, go.
Well, that's interesting.
It's a disco inferno.
No,
If it's a Disco Inferno, they have a cream for that.
I might need some.
a cream. Oh my god, my legs hurt.
The judgy sponsor is Manscaped.
Oh my
If you don't want your woman picking her teeth with pubic hair, call 995-544 and get Manscaped today for the Lawnmower 2000 for that fresh ball feel. 20% off, use the code word Chewy.
Wait, what?
Why the fuck am I the promo code?
Gosh, you're smooth.
Hey, no women floss their teeth when they go adventuring on me, okay?
A
What's
shovel.
the battery life
Yep.
like?
Battery life.
24 hours. 24 hours.
It is no battery life. It's hand engineered.
Ooh,
So
that
you
sounds
don't
painful.
like recharge it? There's like no internal battery.
No, it's you got to use your hand. It's literally like it's a crankshaft.
Yeah, what
Oh,
you do,
some
you're on it,
medieval
you have a
shit.
wank, and then you put your hand after the wank, put your hand on the Lawnmower 2000, and it charges up.
Don't worry, we're coming out with a new edition.
Yeah.
The Lawnmower 3000.
I thought you were
energy
gonna
for the
say you
win.
just lay on your arm till it goes
That
numb and
one's
then you
for
get
the
stranger
females,
danger.
though. What they have to do is they have to
Weed
finger
whacker.
themselves charged up.
Come on, Jimmy.
Yeah?
Hey, best looking everywhere.
Who said that?
The person in the bull mask.
That's Mr. Toro. over here.
Toro.
Yeah, what it is, guys.
That's Toro with the sexy voice.
Yeah?
I just want to pull your hair from the backside.
I just want you to read me a
Pull
bedtime
your
story.
mask off
No
and
homo.
slap you with it.
Don't rip my face off.
Oh, try me.
I know
You
I like
just
pain, but
Bobby
damn.
Gordon smells of piss. Thank you.
Who's got a hood number?
We've been outside for more alcohol.
Tactical what? Is that coming by helicopter?
I go keep flying your helicopters, like.
Imagine losing a helicopter. That's quite embarrassing, like.
I know, I feel sorry for anyone who does that.
I know, right?
Agreed. I feel sorry for the people who get the warrants.
Oh,
I've
who's
lost a
gonna get
penny
that?
for now and a penny. I've never lost a big fucking 20-foot
I know, right? Imagine losing a helicopter. That's
I agree.
embarrassing.
Only fools could do such thing.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, he probably turned the wrong way. It was in his blind side.
Yeah, he was on
Someone
his,
forget,
he was
you
on his
know,
left side.
imagine not locking your helicopter.
Oh, Mitchell.
Magic Mitch.
Whoever just belched, that was delicious. Thank you.
Tasty.
Apologize for that.
I bought a brand new helicopter. And I give you the key.
Sounds like hamster, actually.
Does anyone want to buy a helicopter?
Yes, sir.
10k.
I'll give you 25
It's got a few miles on it.
I apologize. I'm hurrying along. They just keep going on and on about mental status and bringing people up here to discuss mental status and not the actual charges. But that's okay. I apologize. I planned on this being much quicker, but
You scared me.
they get paid.
Sorry. My thingy.
Who's this?
Birdie as well.
Fucking hell.
How do you change over so you want people to do what, Birdie? What?
Not me.
I'm a wizard. I'm a
He's a
wizard.
wizard, Harry.
Scaring me.
What's your plan?
Make sure that door's locked.
Danny, Allen.
Get locked, Murray.
God damn it, Chewie.
Where's Alves?
Hey, don't be a Liam Payne up there and jump from that balcony, will you?
He's still peeing.
What the fuck am I saying? That is ridiculous.
Too fucking soon.
What, that Alves is still peeing?
I mean, he really was going one direction.
Alves is nearly done.
Maybe he does want to see a doctor.
He went the fucking wrong direction, though, didn't he?
Oh, that was really horrible what you guys just said.
Somebody should have been there with a whistle going.
Poor Liam.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Can you hold that piss bottle for me?
Someone definitely tackled him.
Just take it off.
Dispose of it, yeah.
You're making
Chuck
fun
it
of
out.
somebody who fell from a balcony who has a 7-year-old son. Oh my god.
Yeah?
Try top. That's disgusting.
Excuse me, Lawson.
That's what the cleaner said when he had to clean up his body. That's disgusting.
God. I died. So was he.
Sir, are you okay eating those ketchup packets?
That's not ketchup packets. That's the blood of his dates.
Is everyone back?
Not Alves. I don't know where he is. No, he went to the excuse himself to the restroom, but I just don't know which way he went.
Gotcha.
We can leave if you want.
Wow.
don't
Welcome
mind.
back, honey.
Oh, welcome back, Alice.
Sorry, I had to get a
Was
change
the
of clothes
bathroom
as
in the
well. It
Alps?
went everywhere.
Well,
Was the bathroom in the Alps? Because that does
I'm
look
back.
like a lovely.
typically
Sorry.
you would be in uniform.
Yeah, I know. I had to put on a
It's a bit
change
warm
of
in
clothes,
Scotland,
Your
to be
Honour.
fair.
It went everywhere. I didn't make it.
But typically you would be in uniform.
What do you mean?
Are you a policeman?
No.
I'm not a policeman. No.
Well, who the fuck asked him to be bailiff if he's
I
not a
volunteered
policeman?
for it.
Excuse me. I am a senior citizen.
God.
I mean, you've been doing a
He
wonderful
was
job, but
he was in law enforcement at one point.
I am,
Well,
yeah.
she's a high rank thing.
Yeah, he worked for state
retired.
troopers, and
Yeah,
then he
I'm old as
retired.
shit. I've come out of retirement just for
If
this.
you want judge,
right,
I'll do
right.
it.
But typically you would be in I mean, I understand you know want to be in your leisure clothes, but to remain professionalism within the court, you need to be in uniform.
He wasn't in
Would you like me to
uniform
go grab my
earlier.
hat?
He
Nah,
he
just-
was in uniform, but then he had an accident, so he had to go.
I
get a
get
change
it.
of
I
clothes.
get it.
Yeah, I shit everywhere. I didn't want to say that to everybody, but yeah.
Anyhow, court's back in session. We'll pick up from where we left off.
Okay. If I cover some already touched on ground, then obviously I'm just recollecting.
No, you're good.
Okay, so prior to the Misfits trial that took place, did you feel that Cannoli was fit to take the stand in that trial?
My personal opinion or my professional opinion?
Both.
No, I don't think he should have been put on the stand.
Okay, and can you, obviously being that you're a medical professional, can you just explain to me what the procedures and steps are when it comes to performing a medical evaluation or a mental evaluation on someone?
Well, the mental part, you're going to have to really talk to Chips over. I've touched a little bit on therapy, but I'm not a therapist. What made me realize he needed to go to therapy, though, was his change in attitude, his snappiness with people, very hot-tempered, ill-mannered whenever it even came to me. And then seeing the people who, attacked him, it just made it even worse at the end of the day.
Okay, and did you advise Tony Cannoli prior to the trial that he should not take the stand?
I honestly didn't know Cannoli was being called to the stand, or I would have.
Okay, and prior to the Misfits trial, did you evaluate and come to a conclusion that Tony Cannoli was fit to take the stand?
I didn't evaluate him. I wasn't his doctor at that point in time.
Okay, that's fine. Were you I think I already asked this, but I'll just make sure. Were you present for the assault that took place?
I was on duty whenever it took place. So whenever we were told he was kidnapped, we all went out searching for him.
Ma'am, I believe he was talking about.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the assault. The when Cannoli's.
I was out patrolling. I was not in the court case. No.
Okay. And have you spoke with Cannoli after the incident?
About what per se?
Actually, let me rephrase that question. Following the Misfits trial, have you spoke to Cannoli, and if so, how would you say he feels as towards the charges and the sentencing that was made on the Misfits?
He didn't agree with it. He thought it was too light of a sentence with everything that happened, being that it was a government employee that they also did assault.
Okay. Have you ever arrested someone and charged someone with assault before?
No.
Okay. So you wouldn't be fully knowledged on laws surrounding the assaults.
No.
Lovely. Okay. You again answer this in a very honest way. You either if you don't know, then just be honest with that. The charge that Tony Cannoli has been given,
Mm.
I'll ask you, in your professional and your personal opinion, do you feel is just?
I feel like it should probably just be the misdemeanor, not a felony. It was the first time he's ever physically assaulted somebody.
Okay, that's fine. I have no further questions at this time, Your Honor.
I am doing well. How are you? You're welcome.
Can't hear him, Judge.
Can't hear him, Judge.
Hey, Buford, put some
Counselor.
balls behind your spear.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Would you mind walking back here and getting
And
your
then
shout
back
on?
out.
Is that better?
Miles.
Can everyone hear him?
Are we able to hear me now?
Yes, yes.
I was just saying hello to Miss King and telling her she looks very professional today, and I appreciate her time here at the court case. I know Mr. Levinsky asked you about the charges, and you gave your personal opinion. But I have no questions for you. Thank you very much, and have a blessed day.
You as well.
What was that? Prosecutor, I assume you don't have any more questions for Miss King.
No. Oh, Counsel, do you have any? Okay, no further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you for your testimony, Ms. Cavara. You may be seated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Look lovely today.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna leave.
Hello.
Have another toilet break.
I got the answer.
Hi, Toro.
Excuse me, Patty.
If you leave, you can't come back in.
Yep.
Yeah, for my next one, for my next witness, Your Honor, I would like to call an expert witness to the stand.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'd like to call Dr. Chip to the stand, please, Your Honor.
Someone say chips? I'm hungry.
Thank you.
Whenever, come on up. Be sworn in.
I know this gentleman. We went out in our shagging wagon earlier. Come over here, sir. Raise your right hand and state your name. You hear me, son?
Yes. Okay.
Raise your hand and state your name.
Potato
That's it.
chips.
Who?
Dr. Tato Chips.
Oh. Raise your hand. You swear to say the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help with Kodos?
I do.
Perfect. He's all sworn in, Your Honor.
Hitler?
You may be seated.
Yeah, take a seat, sir.
Does look like Hitler.
And take a seat.
Okay, am I okay to approach, Your Honor?
Absolutely.
Not too close, though.
Lovely. Thank you. Had some nice bubble gum to clear the breath. Okay, could you just state your full name again for me, please, sir?
Dr. Tato Chips. With an S on the end.
Lovely. And could you state your line of work, please?
I am a therapist.
Okay. And how long have you been a therapist for?
12 years.
Oh, okay. So you've seen a lot of patients, I can imagine.
Yes.
Okay. And what qualifications do you hold for said job or licensing?
So the qualifications, I hold all necessary qualifications to be a therapist, a licensed therapist. They're the ones, there are many that you get to for different stages of therapy, but mine are all in my office.
Okay, I'm not going to question your competence. Obviously, you have the relevant qualifications, so that's good. How many medical evaluations did you complete on Tony Cannoli?
I believe it's just 3.
3, okay.
That's how many sessions, rather. One evaluation, yes.
Okay. Your Honour, being that there's 3 different reports, obviously we're gonna open the first one up. If council wants to open it up as well, so they have a clear view on it, just so everyone's on the same page.
I've clearly read all of them. I know exactly what they say inside and out. I'm not too worried about anything that's coming.
That's good. Okay. In your first medical report that you conducted, explain to me some of the findings and how you came to make those findings on Tony Cannoli.
Well, you'll have to excuse me a little because it's been a long time and I've seen a lot of patients
You're welcome
between.
to open your paperwork up on your computer and in front of you.
Yes.
That's fine.
Right, so there I have my first report in front of me. What is it you would like to know about this report?
Okay, we'll go through it in stages then. First of all, what behaviour did Tony Cannoli exhibit on the beginning of your consultation? That's what you want to call it, and on the full.
The behaviors were mostly, well, very reserved at first. It took a lot to get any information out of him. So perhaps he'd only just been through something traumatic again was my first assessment.
Okay. Based off the evaluation, was Tony Cannoli fit to continue performing police duties?
Not that specific day, no. I'd have said definitely it would have been wise to just send him home and have a rest because he was definitely fatigued. It must have been a long court case that he described, and the feelings of injustice had definitely wore him down, so to speak. He was definitely worn out.
Okay. Did Tony Cannoli exhibit discomfort with the sentencing that was made on the misfit suspects?
I believe he felt like the justice system underperformed in their duty to dish out the justice that he believed they deserved. Yes, I think that's part of the frustration, was that they seem to get away with very severe crimes, although I'm not specifically aware of these crimes myself.
Okay. And based off the evaluation that you completed after that misfit trial, would you say that Tony Cannoli was in a fit condition to testify at that trial?
Oh, I wasn't there at the trial, so I wouldn't have been able to
No,
say.
I'm aware of that, but I'm saying based off that evaluation, would you have said that he was in a fit condition to a point of which he could have testified properly?
Again, I don't think I could say, because when I saw him, he had been through a second incident, correct? He'd been restrained and arrested and sent to me, which in itself is exhausting. So the symptoms that I saw were specifically due to what came after, I believe. I didn't have any expert witness of what happened before or how he behaved before the incident.
Okay. I'm just thinking. I promise I've not left you here.
You're all good.
Did you and Tony Cannoli remain in regular contact following the initial meeting?
As regular as needed, not more than was necessary. Just the 3 appointments so far. The third one being entirely voluntary.
Okay, so we'll just go with being that the third one was voluntarily. Two evaluations were mandate, correct?
Yes, I believe that's what it states. Yes.
Okay, so after 2 evaluations with Tony, how long are these sessions? Sorry, how long are they generally taking?
Anything between 30 minutes, an hour. It depends on how it's going and whether the patient seems exhausted or ready to talk more. Yes.
So based solely off 2 sessions, you would make a decision on if Tony Cannoli was mentally fit to return to service.
Oh, I can't. I only recommend. I couldn't make a medical.
I'll rephrase
yes.
that question then. Based off 2 evaluations alone, you would make a evaluation on if you felt Tony Cannoli was fit to serve or to be a part of the police force. That's not a mandate.
Yes.
That's you.
I mean, that's how minor this is. Correct. It was a minor lapse in personality due to stress. It's very normal, and by the time the second session came around, he was already much better and was speaking more clearly. He seemed to have purpose again. Yes, it was very obvious.
What steps did Tony Cannoli take in order to better his behaviour then? Because through that space between the first and second evaluation, there must have been some steps taken for him to improve his well-being.
Yes, we just discussed basically his opinion on the justice system and his trust in it. We just found that he had a renewed self of trust in the justice system through our talks. That's sometimes all it takes to turn a leaf is to come to a sudden realization, and I believe we achieved that in the first session. It just took however long it took to settle in. It could have been a couple of days, it could have been a week. But by the time I saw him again, he was, yes, absolutely fine.
Okay. So what behaviours do you look for the patient to exhibit in order to make an informed, in order to make a professional judgment on their well-being? What factors are you taking into account?
There are many factors to take. Body language, even tone of speech patterns, the use of words, the negativity or positivity of those sentences and how they're structured. There's many things you have to take into consideration when analyzing a patient.
Okay, so how would you have described Tony Cannoli's tone then?
Would I be able to use an example?
Feel free.
Imagine something didn't go your way and you felt a bit frustrated, and you have a little bit of a sulk. It's a lack of a better word. And then later on, you realize that all you needed was a little bit of food, and you're fine. That's basically how I would describe Mr. Cannoli. It was, again, a very minor moment.
Okay, so he... Okay. how would you describe his body language then?
It always seemed like I could explain it like he was a self-reflecting inward thought. His thoughts were all inward, less speech but more thoughts, like a little slower than usual, or than his second session rather. A little bit more reserved, like I said earlier, but mostly, I would guess the word would be down, depressed.
Okay. So based off your first session that took place, would you, in a professional opinion, say that Tony Cannoli was fit to continue performing police duties?
During the session, no, but who's to say a little bit of sunshine couldn't cheer someone up?
So what you're saying then is that your sessions really are just in the moment, and that as soon as you walk out the door, his behaviour could change anyway.
Oh, absolutely. Sometimes it just takes a smile from a stranger to cheer you up, and especially if it's just a mood. That if the display of personality is just a momentary thing. Yes, of course.
Okay, so I'll pose the question then. What purpose do your evaluations actually serve if someone can walk out the door and change their behaviour straight away anyway? What is the actual foundation of your report? What is the point in it?
Objection. Relevance. I mean, this is clearly called as an expert, but now the DA is attempting to discredit the work he's done. Now, is he an expert or is he just a layman?
I'm quite literally questioning him on his expert opinion and how he comes to make a decision, and I'm questioning him on what basis is that report valid. That's his job. He makes the report. His name and signature is on that. I want to establish how valid it actually is, and on what basis he came to the conclusion that Tony Cannoli was in the condition he was.
Well, unlike the law, I don't mind answering.
I'll just see if Pistol wants to sustain it. If he wants to sustain the objection, I'll move on to another line of questioning. But Pistol, what's your verdict?
Excuse me, officer.
I'm trying to figure that out myself.
What's up, Jimmy?
My friend fell asleep in the
And I
back
don't
of my
want
car,
Chips
but
to
he's awake now
answer
because we're
without
laying
me
free.
making
He's in
that
handcuffs.
determination.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
I guess sustain.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the second evaluation then. If you want to pull that up on your computer there, we'll move on to the second evaluation meeting you had.
Yes, I have it in front of me.
Lovely. Okay. And the second one is the one that's tight that has the patient name, date of assessment, assessment, reason for referral. Is that correct?
Reason, yes. The second one was the 21st. I have
21st. Okay. And this is another session, correct?
yes, a therapy session, indeed. All three were therapy sessions. The evaluation was actually done in the cells, whether he needed therapy or not.
Okay. So let's go over the second one then. So. The second evaluation, or the second session, I should say, sorry, was that one carried out in the same manner in which the first one was? I.e., did you evaluate him in exactly the same way?
Knock, knock.
So the evaluation is basically just my observations and notes on the behavior at the time, yes, and whether there are any improvements. Yes.
Search me.
Okay. And tell me about Cannoli's body language, his tone. How did that differ from the
I'll be
first
keeping
session?
your pickaxe until after the trial.
Okay,
It's
that's
like
no problem.
seeing a different man, I guess. The
Please
second
take the mask
session
off.
was very
Sure you want
positive,
out?
actually.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Go ahead, honey. You're
So
good.
you're saying that Cannoli, in a short space of time, very quickly swifted in his attitude and the way he was acting.
Yes, like it was
Oh.
perhaps a one-off day or a mood that happens, to everyone.
in your professional opinion, would that reflect any sort of medical diagnosis?
No, no, no. We all get angry from time to time.
Okay. Never mind. We're going to ask that. That's definitely an objection. Okay. How on the second session then? How did Cannoli exhibit his feelings towards the Justice Department?
Well, it's more regret, I guess, that more couldn't have happened to those criminals. I believe those criminals were particularly, in his words, particularly savage towards people close to him, including the department that he cares about. So I imagine that could have been very frustrating at the time.
Okay. So your second evaluation, what was your verdict on that one? What was your final statement, if you must?
Well, I just asked him to continue reflecting on these new thoughts that he'd had about the justice system and the people he worked with. But also that if he feels comfortable and at this time, if he's acting positively and has this energy for the department that he loves, then absolutely return to work if he is allowed by his department. Of course, I don't know the rules on that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to ask in regards to that second one. Let's move on to your final evaluation. This is an actual evaluation. You got that one open?
Yes, I'm ready for that. I see it.
Okay. So, why was the evaluation completed before the second session? Unless I'm misinterpreting this completely, because this evaluation was completed on September 17th, and then session 2 was September 21st.
Yeah, are you sure? Was it a typo? Let me see.
I mean, I'm looking at your paperwork, so.
Oh, right. Have we got them in the wrong order? Is that what it is?
I mean, you tell me. You're the expert. What's going on with the dates?
Well, if it was data before, it happened before. There were
So
3 sessions.
You evaluated him not before the second session took place.
Well, hang on a second. Let me see. We have 3 dates. Can you remind me of the 3 dates, just in case I've got them written down wrong?
Yeah. Okay. So session 1 was. Let me have a look here. This is session 2. Let me have a look at session 1. Okay. Session 1 is September 15th.
Oh, right. I see. No, you're correct. So on the actual document header, it says October, but inside the document it says September. That is definitely a clinical error. Oh, silly me. Maybe I need therapy. I must have been stressed that day.
So you
clerical errors happen.
So which document is dated wrong?
I think the final one should read. If you look at the title.
One.
Yes, the final one with the 17th. That was actually the 17th of October, so the other day.
That was the 17th.
In fact, I believe that's the day that you spoke to me.
Well, it might have been. That's 2 days after I issued a subpoena, so for that. Okay. That's interesting. I mean, I won't disagree with you that clerical errors do happen, but getting dates wrong is an interesting one. So this final evaluation, was this voluntary or mandated?
Well, this one was voluntary. So, I mean, if you wish to ignore this one for the sake of the clerical error, then that's by all means fine. You have the two, and they all pretty much say the same thing, I imagine. I don't know if this affects your the legality of the document.
That won't be for me to decide. That'll be
To,
up to.
to me, it doesn't.
Okay. Yeah. So this was a voluntary. So he didn't have to undertake this evaluation if he didn't want to. Correct.
Correct.
Okay. And what was your final evaluation and your final decision?
Well, like I said, even in the second session, the improvements are absolutely there. It almost seems like he's back to a normal self, if not improved self.
Oh, so another very great improvement. Okay, and how on this final evaluation, what was Cannoli's expressed feelings towards the judicial department?
I believe he was concerned that colleagues he cares about and worked with were perhaps maybe looking against him in a light that he didn't like, but he was willing to work with them on and finding out the truth and going forward with it. He was quite confident and positive and hopeful, I think was the word he used. I'm hopeful that they would see his value. I think the words were.
Okay. And you made the decision that Cannoli would be fit to return to work and wouldn't require any further sessions. Is that correct?
Correct, but I actually believe he might visit again sometime, just because it is helpful even when you're feeling good to have a talk. You know.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. And I think I'll wrap it up there. I mean, we've established what we need to.
Okay.
Counselor, your witness.
I apologize.
It's okay.
How you doing today, Mr. Chips? Dr. Chips, I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm very well, thank you.
I do
And
appreciate
yourself?
your time, but after this long, arduous process, I'm just gonna go ahead and say I don't have any further questions for you. You can go ahead and step down. I don't imagine we need to recross.
Thank you very much.
Co-counsel, Doran. No further questions from prosecution, Your Honor.
Thank you for your testimony, Dr. Chips. It was very much appreciated.
Okay.
You may step down whenever you're ready, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll be in contact for a session.
Oh, very good.
Okay. Okay. Let's. Your Honor, I'd like to call Julian Mintz up to the stand, please.
Come on down.
Oh yes, sorry. Where were we? Raise your right hand and state your name. Oh, I love a mint.
Can't hear him in the
sorry.
back.
Where were we?
His name.
Can't hear him in the back.
Both. He needs.
Yeah, he needs
Oh
a
yes,
shout.
yes. Sorry. Yes. Do you sweat?
They can't hear him.
Just one sec.
It usually works like right back here behind me.
Can everybody hear me now?
Can everyone hear him?
A
No.
little bit.
Say some stuff.
Your Honor.
Hello? Can everybody hear me? Hello?
Yes, we hear
Right there, yeah.
I can hear you.
We can. You're just a little bit quiet from the back.
You hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Is this working?
I can.
I can hear you.
Yes.
It's working.
All right.
10-4, we can hear you
You
now.
may be seated.
He hasn't been sworn
Oh, wait,
in,
yeah,
Ronnie.
okay, we'll swear him in.
YB.
Yes. Raise your right hand and state your name.
Julian Mintz.
Do you solemnly, sincerely, and
She's
truly
in her
declare
head.
and affirm that the evidence that you shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you, kudos.
Yes, sir.
Your Honour, he's been sworn in.
He let you out, but
May
after
be
inform you
seated.
that you're not allowed to vacuum.
You can be seated now.
You. What the fuck? What's that?
Really thorough with it, Albers. I like that. Sorry, I'll step back. I don't want.
What?
That was weird.
Am I good to proceed, John?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Okay, Officer Mintz, the usual, please. Your name, call sign, rank, department.
My name is Julian Mintz. My call sign is 220. I'm corporal for BCSO Sheriff Department.
Okay, and okay, can you just run me through the scenario that unveiled when you arrested Tony Cannoli?
Yeah, I can start from the top actually. So we were just finishing up the RICO court case for the Misfits. I was standing up top in the top level of the courthouse there, where some of our deputies are right now. I was coming down the back staircase there. Mr. Cannoli was coming out the courtroom doors as Billy Bob was standing with some people. I don't know exactly who the people were. Cannoli and Billy Bob did have some words, both of them. Cannoli was definitely very agitated. It was out of my earshot. I don't exactly know what was said by any means. At that point, I witnessed Cannoli strike Billy Bob once and then proceed to try to kick him. But as that was happening, Billy Bob was already falling to the ground. It looked very unconscious to me. We then proceeded to go outside as Billy Bob was stating to me coming behind me why I wasn't arresting Cannoli, as I was giving Cannoli police commands to obviously stop. He disregarded my commands completely. That went on for the matter of about a minute, I'd say, back and forth, up and down the front of the courthouse there. At that point, a civilian with a mask on ended up zip tying me and another fellow LSPD officer at the time with zip ties. So at that point, Cannoli kind of was out of my earshot and everything. And at that point, he did, in fact, assault Billy Bob again for a second time outside the courthouse. Billy Bob falling to the ground unconscious again, laying there for at least a second or two before he got up that time. At that point, Bigleton.
Objection. He is not an expert, so he would not have known if the individual was unconscious or just down on the ground.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
fine.
agree with that. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, well, I'll rephrase it that the individual did fall limp. He was down on the ground for at least a few seconds before he did get back up, like I said. At that point, Bigleton searched through my pockets and got my cutters out to cut the zip ties off of me. I took my flesh cutters back from Mr. Bigleton, took the zip ties off my fellow officer, and at that point, we took Mr. Cannoli into custody by the command of Mr. Gorn over the radio.
Okay. Perfect. Oof. Go through all that then. So, I just wanted to get some clarification on a few areas. So, you witnessed the assault on Vale?
Yes, sir.
And how many strikes did Cannoli make to Billy Bob?
Connected or not connected?
We'll go with connected first.
3 in total connectors.
Okay, and how many were attempted, whether connected or not?
At least 5 or 6.
Okay, was Cannoli speaking during this ordeal?
At first, yeah, he did say something to Billy Bob. The first initial assault outside the courtroom doors, and then the second assault, he did also say something. But once again, both times I was out of earshot of what was being said. I could just hear the mumbles of Cannoli's voice. That's all.
Okay, so you. Can you recall what Cannoli was saying?
I cannot know.
Can you just repeat that? Sorry, can you just repeat that, please?
I can't. No, I can't recall exactly what Cannoli was saying because it was out of my earshot.
Okay. Did Cannoli... No, let's backtrack. When you were restrained, did Cannoli attempt to flee the scene?
No.
Okay, that's good. So would you say Cannoli was compliant?
Not fully, no. He was walking up and down in front of the courthouse, and it looked like a fashion of rage, not really regarding anybody around him.
Okay. When you arrested, were you the processing officer for Tony Cannoli?
Yes.
Okay, so when you arrested him, did he show any signs of disagreement with the judicial department?
No, sir.
Okay. Did he make any comments, remarks towards yourself?
Not me in particular, no.
That's good. Okay. Just have a look at my paperwork here. Okay.
Just for my own clarification, how many punches in total do you think he threw? Whether they connected or they missed?
At least 5 or 6, and maybe
Okay.
even more pistol. But that's a definitely a good guess
Gotcha.
at it though. He was.
Thank you.
It was a rage.
Being that you're a high-ranked and tenured officer within the sheriff's office and formerly LSPD, do you feel that the charge issued to Tony Cannoli is just?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No, we won't do that. No further questions, Your Honor.
Perfect. Why step down?
No.
Oh no.
Hello, sir. How are we doing?
Good. How are you?
And again, your name is Officer?
My name is Julian Mintz.
Officer Mintz. Very lovely to meet you. I hope you're having a lovely day.
I'm good, but my name is Deputy Mintz, not officer.
Oh, I'm sorry, Deputy Mintz. So you're stating that excuse me? Excuse me. I'm attempting to speak. I do apologize for being stern, but I am trying to speak to the deputy.
I'll handle this. Be quiet, miss. Thank you very much.
So, Deputy Mintz, where were you specifically in the rotunda here at the City Hall?
I was coming down to the bottom of the big staircase right in the main lobby.
So, you're claiming that you saw 5 or 6 definite strikes. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. In 2 different occasions, yes.
In 2 different occasions. If I were to tell you that I have several individuals who are also there that said in total there were only 3 strikes, 1 punch, 1 kick, and then 1 punch outside, how would you feel about that?
Objection, hearsay.
Yes,
if we're going to do that, we'll call into the standing question on that, but let's just go on off what that list says.
So if there were other testimonies saying that there were less. Would you be 100% sure about your number of strikes?
I am definitely 100% sure that there was
Pistol.
definitely a lot of strikes
Hello?
and a lot of punches being thrown
Were
in
you
the crowd.
were you wearing your body camera at the time, sir?
Pistol.
Hey, sir,
No,
he.
I was not.
Hang on, hang on.
Because we were at a court. We were at a court hearing, so I was not. I wasn't active duty at the time.
Can you hear me, Levinsky?
Can now, I can.
I think he like changed his line of questioning. I mean, the way he phrased his question after your objection, is that where you were referring? Is that what you were asking me?
It's still hearsay. You can't create hypothetical scenarios. What if someone else testified to this? That's not how it works.
I'm not
Call
asking.
them up.
I just want to know how accurate does he believe he is?
Oh, thank you,
I guess
thank you.
he was asking him how sure was he about the number of punches that he testified that Mr.
Okay.
Cannoli allegedly threw.
You have to talk to me? Oh,
I guess
shit.
in his
Yeah, I
cross-examination,
brought a gun.
he's just trying to double-check the witness's memory as to how many
kosher.
punches
At this time, though,
he
I am going to take
thought
your PD
or
camera
can
and your
recollect
tourniquet.
were thrown.
What? I need that for work.
Okay.
Can I
Is
answer
that
the
correct?
question now?
Is that
You're
correct,
no longer
counselor?
officer of the law.
Says so. Says so.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Yeah, forgot
You may
about
answer
that.
the question.
Okay, so my answer to the question is the same thing that I told Levinsky. I'm 100% sure of 3 punches being thrown, and there could have been multiple ones after
Excuse
that.
me. You just said 3 punches being thrown.
I said that in my first initial statement to him, and I said there could have been others thrown too because
No,
it was
because
an
I clearly
enraged
remember
moment.
you saying 5 or 6, sir.
I said
3.
possibly 5 or 6 to pistol. Correct? Yes. Like I said, it was an enraged assault. There was multiple bodies all over the place. You have to understand.
Okay, so multiple bodies. So there's one assault victim here. If there were multiple
100%,
bodies,
no one else was doing any assault. What I'm saying is there was a lot of people all over the place. A lot of,
okay,
so.
I have no further questions for you, sir.
Mr. Levinsky, recross.
Co-counsel. Yeah, I might ask him one. Quite damn desk. Okay. I want you to clarify right now on the record, to the best of your knowledge and what you can recall, how many punches were definitely thrown that landed?
3 for sure that I've seen land.
So 3 that landed. How many were thrown that, whether landed or not, how many were thrown?
I'm bored. I might fall
Kicks
asleep.
or punches?
I don't want that to happen.
Directed at the lawyer.
The only thing I can really say is my recollection is multiple.
Okay.
The numbers that I said to pistol is what I was just coming off the top of my head. I know that an assault happened. Is what I'm trying to say. There was multiple of everything being happening. People being pushed. People, So like,
So we're very hectic
in my
environment, would
eyes,
you say?
at least multiple more than what I seen connect for sure.
Okay. Would you say that there was panic and it was hectic?
Of course, yeah. There was people going everywhere all over the courthouse at that point when the assault started to occur. Yes.
Thank you. No further questions, John.
You good, counselor?
Oh, I'm all good with this, witness, sir. Thank you very much for your time, deputy.
Yeah, thank you very much, deputy, for your time. Go ahead and step down.
Yeah, thank you for your time. You step down.
Thank you.
Your next witness, counselor. Prosecutor.
Yeah. Give me a moment to have a look at my records. Okay. I would like to call Roger Larson up to the stand, please, Your Honor.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Yeah. Stand over there for me. Yes, please. Can everyone hear him?
No.
No.
Can you
Step
walk
forward.
back over here and can everyone hear him?
No.
Negative.
They still can't. I think you may have to come right here.
What is?
Can everyone hear him?
I am. Yeah, I am. I'm
You hear me?
talking. Yeah.
I
Hello.
can now. Yep.
Can he be heard?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. Perfect. Want to raise your right hand
Okay.
and state your name?
Roger Larson.
Perfect. Can you confirm that you solemnly and sincerely and truly declare and affirm that the evidence that you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help me. Kudos.
Yes.
Perfect. Your Honor, he's been sworn in. You want to take a seat, sir?
Okay.
Yep, take a seat. Your Honor, he's been sworn in.
There we go.
Your Honor, he's been
Your
sworn in.
witness, prosecutor.
Lovely, thank you. Albus, thank you for swearing him in.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Larson, can you state your name, rank, call sign, and agency, please?
Roger Larson, Sergeant for the Blaine County Sheriff's Department. And call sign is 211.
Okay. Were you present at the courthouse and did you witness the assault to take place?
The Misfits trial.
Yeah,
I was
when
here.
the assault took place.
No, I was inside of the courthouse when the assault
Okay.
took place.
So you didn't witness the assault?
No.
Okay, were you present for that trial?
Yes.
Okay. After the trial had concluded, Cannoli was having a private conversation with a few people in the corner. Were you present for that?
I don't believe so.
Okay, I'm not going to tread on the line of perjury, so we'll leave that at that. Let's go over you submitted a statement and give me the full coverage of what happened in that incident.
Are you referring to the assault or?
You submitted a statement for an incident that took place at the station.
Oh, yeah. Well, Cannoli was, yeah, we were speaking with Cannoli out front, and he was unhappy. I sparked up conversation with him because I saw him out front. I sparked up conversation, asked how he was, and then conversation kept going, and then I believe he saw Colaye, or however you say his name, and then Pinche Pablo, both wearing arm bandages around their arm.
Objection. We're back to the arm bandage and Cannoli outside of PD. Do we want to continue to rehash the same thing over and over again, Judge?
Are
Yes,
you
sir.
trying
I'm
to
just
get
informing you
to
won't be
a
able to get back in.
new
That's fine.
to a new point, or is this kind of like a reiteration of something?
I'm also informing you you won't be able to get back in.
I'm leading up to it.
That's fine.
I'm not going to recover the same thing. So there's definitely foundation of what I'm going towards.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Let's not cover this thing because I don't want to hear the same story twice.
Okay.
There was an incident that took place outside the police station where Cannoli was commenting on other police officers. Is that correct?
Yes.
Tell me what happened in that conversation and what that entailed.
He was unhappy with the performance of many officers. He didn't name drop the officers that he was unhappy about, aside from his discontent with Commissioner Gorin.
Okay, so Cannoli was expressing, would you say, some... He was expressing his thoughts toward the police force.
Yeah, I believe he said something along the lines of he was not a fan of Gorin.
Okay. And would you say that the thoughts and the comments
Objection. Relevance to his feelings regarding Gorin.
As per the medical report that was submitted, it was stated that he had changed and had a different outlook on the judicial and police department. I'm trying to establish if that is accurate or if Tony Cannoli continued to share his unjust and an imbalance with the force. That's the intent here. I'm not trying to.
So you're telling me anytime someone is unhappy with another member of their workforce, it makes them unstable. But I'll just let you go on.
If you want to put words in my mouth, then we can do
I'll
that.
just let you continue to go on with this.
I'm asking a
this
question.
I guess he's
drain of
trying
all
to
time.
say if he
Drain
told
of all time.
the doctor one thing and told his colleagues another. I guess he's trying to verify.
But again, the doctor stated that as soon as he walked out, he can also still have those feelings, correct? I mean, just because he has feelings of anger, he's not going out and punching on or attempting to assault Commissioner Gorn.
That's true.
So again, this seems to be a waste of all time and your time, Judge. I do appreciate it, but if he wants to continue, I'll let him go ahead and continue this.
I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt in his prosecution. So at the end of the day, he can say that all bases were covered.
I'm just gonna let him
same courtesy I would allow you. I know that, but nobody said this is quick.
Oh no, I understand.
I mean, this is court. The point is to serve justice, not rush.
So
absolutely,
anyhow.
absolutely.
Okay, so Larson, did Miss oh my Jesus Christ, did Tony Cannoli demonstrate he had negative feelings towards the police force?
Yes.
Okay, and how many days after this?
Objection. His feelings towards individuals and towards the police force in general or the Department of Justice are his personal feelings and not relevant to the charges currently. The charges being brought against my client for assault.
I agree.
In which case, just call him down then, because we're just gonna go and.
So we're just going to continue on over and over. I'll just go take a nap. Thank you.
Are you done with the witness? Or did you have any further questions?
No, unless counsel has questions, then.
Counselor, your witness.
Would you like any food or water?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Officer Lawson?
Yeah. Deputy Larson, but
Deputy Lawson, I apologize. I want to make sure I get your rank correct, sir. Thank you again. It's very nice to meet you. Wonderful to have you here today.
Stand back. He can't see you.
I apologize.
Is
this better?
Yeah.
So, Deputy Lawson, again, in general, how long have you been on the force, sir?
I believe 6-7 months, I believe. I'd have to check.
Wonderful. I thank you very much for your time here. And in that time, how many arrests have you made?
I wouldn't be able to put a number on it.
Yes. Do you know how many arrests Mr. Cannoli has ever had?
Objection.
No.
Speculation. Ask the question.
It should be clearly found in the MDT.
Well, it's not. He is not a clerk. If you want to go on him and say to him, "How many times have you arrested Cannoli?" Do so, but you can't ask him how many times he's been arrested overall. He can't account for the cops.
How many times have you arrested Mr. Tony Cannoli?
None. 0.
And since we're talking about what you hear from people, have you ever heard people speak ill of Officer Cannoli?
Yeah.
So you have plenty of people speak ill. Has they ever said that they have arrested him, or
no?
And in terms of your arrests, how many repeat offenders would you believe you've arrested?
Objection, relevance.
Quite a few. I don't know what this. Yeah.
Pistol, relevance.
What's your
Again,
relevance?
my relevance is based on most individuals' track record who are arrested and have had multiple arrests, get charged with times and offenses much higher or equal to actually what Mr. Cannoli is receiving at this for a first-time offense.
Right. I guess I was referring to the last question that you asked him. I know where you're. I know. Well, go ahead. Go ahead.
My question is more to gauge the number of individuals and the offenses that they receive. Are they harsher or lighter in general?
For repeat offenders?
Yes.
I don't think we give people harsher charges just because they're repeat offenders.
All right.
At least I don't.
That's wonderful to hear. I appreciate it. Again, and in terms of the penal code for aggravated assault, what would you believe? What would your opinion of an aggravated assault be?
An assault carried out with intent to injure.
And what would a simple assault be? Again, the difference between a felony charge and a misdemeanor charge.
I think it would probably be the intent behind it. If it was random, or if this was, you know, it had there were plans behind it, and it was carried out with the intent.
If there were plans behind it, so if you were in an argument and someone punched you because of a fit of rage at that point in time, would you automatically think that it was premeditated, that was the plan?
It would depend on the situation. I don't
You're
think
not objection. We're just creating hypothetical scenarios. Okay, well, I'll move to have that stricken off the record. We're asking hypothetical questions.
Okay.
Is that struck off or not?
Yeah. Would you like to re-examine?
Yeah, please. Hi, Lassen.
Hello.
Hello. Is law enforcement held to a higher standard?
Hello, how are you doing?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Good, how are
Would
you doing?
consider an attorney particular? So yeah, would you consider an attorney a government employee?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
You have
the
us.
charge for assaulting a government employee is unarguably
There's a witness
higher
coming
and more
inside?
punishable than a normal person's, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And again, law enforcement, you know, are
And
held
where
to
is
a
this
high standard,
individual?
so they are expected. They
What is his name?
And pledge their oath. They are aware that they will
Mick?
face
Perfect.
harsher consequences.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble hearing you. There's somebody talking over there.
Yeah, I can also hear that. Okay, so when law enforcement pledge their oath, they are well aware that they will be held to a higher standard, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And lastly, do you feel that the charge issued to Tony Cannoli is just?
Yes.
That's all. Thank you. Unless court counsel had any then. Goran.
I apologize then for coming back up here. So again, there are never any circumstances where an individual who is a law enforcement officer should ever do anything. You've never seen any law enforcement officers tackle other individuals or do anything like that.
I don't.
Objection, relevance.
Again, he is expecting us to state that a law enforcement officer is held to a higher standard, and he's stating that every officer get held to that standard, or just one officer in this scenario.
I feel like this is asked and answered though. He's already stated that officers are held to a high standard.
Fine, that's understandable. I have no more questions for this individual.
You're good. All right.
Am I good?
No.
No.
Would you like to re-examine the witness, Mr. Prosecutor?
I would not. No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're good now. You may step down. Thank you for your testimony.
Yeah, you may step down. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lovely. Oh, you're welcome.
No, you're
Mr.
welcome.
Prosecutor, would you like to call your next witness?
Well, no, that'll waste your job.
Sir?
Just a quick word. Could you address them going backwards and forwards with each other?
Well, that's kind of part of court, and really nothing you should really worry about. Next witness.
Okay, we'll close this up then. Is Tony Cannoli going to be taking the stand or not? I need to know now.
I will make that decision as soon as.
Well, he's gonna. I guess
Well, I want to call him
if
up,
you
but I need to
answer
know if
that
he's.
question, he's gonna call him up. So he's wondering if he's going to waive his Fifth Amendment right and take the stand.
Is the individual who was assaulted actually going to testify here?
Is he in the house?
We've already established he's giving a written statement and a statement to Goran, but he won't be making this one, unfortunately.
Again, how am I able to cross-examine an individual?
Right. Well, I mean, I guess this question is pertaining to Officer Cannoli, and no one else. You know, it's not like a blanket question. Is Officer Cannoli, Mr. Cannoli, going to waive his Fifth Amendment right and take the stand? Now, it's my understanding that
it's in his best interest.
Right. So I think he wants to call him to the stand. So if the answer is no, well then that's fine. I guess he just wants to know because he's about to call him to the stand.
I mean, again, on the list of individuals that I was given, he was not mentioned.
I can't make someone a witness if they're not going to be coming up to the stand. He is literally the person being prosecuted.
Well, again, if I call him to the stand, then you have a chance to cross-examine.
Cool. I don't think that Billy Bob is in attendance. So, and we just got our answer from the counselor here. Is there another witness you'd like to call?
Okay, that was the most roundabout answer I've ever received in my career. I don't even know what the answer is, but no, there's no one else I'm going to call to testify.
Okay. Counselor, would you like to call a witness? Counselor, would you like to call a witness? Mr. Counselor, would you like to call a witness?
Is that for me or is that for?
You're a counselor. He's a prosecutor.
I'd like
he
to call.
deferred.
Hello. Well, I would like to. I would have called Mr. Lightfoot, but in his replacement, I have Mr. Mick Koslow.
Hello.
As long as he's on the witness list.
Sorry, who were we calling to the stand?
He said Mick Kozlov.
Why he's not on the witness list? He is not on the witness list, so I don't see why we'd call him up to the stand. The council has submitted 2 witnesses they want to call up, which I'm fine with, but not adding more people to the list.
So, Mr. Justice?
This was a bunch of people I never
Are you
saw
going to
even
call
give
someone to the stand?
and I was literally there the whole time.
Your Honor.
Is there a child in here?
I think so.
Spencer, it's not time to game. I'm sorry, buddy.
Sorry, buddy.
I think they're upstairs.
Watch them tell them.
Yeah, I'm gonna recess this until this is.
Sorry, buddy. We gotta eat.
What's going on?
We gotta.
Is that a little dragon smacking about?
Appreciate it.
The little dragons are having it off.
All right, chill. Don't be like that. I mind you having a laugh, but don't be cunts about it. Weird.
Yeah. Order in
There's
the
no-
gallery.
Gabe, you're awake.
Yeah, don't be like that.
Yeah.
About the audio stuff.
Otherwise, I'll fuck you up in my court. Yeah, I am.
Yeah, just do that. Unless we play it on that TV, does this work?
Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes, ma'am.
You what?
Gabe.
Because I'm
Okay.
old now.
Okay, we don't have a fucking
we
TV. So can I speak to you downstairs, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just come into my office over here.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stretch my legs for a minute.
Gotcha, they're not gonna let me on that stand.
I stretch my legs the whole time. One who's pressing charges over here to be questioned.
Fucking hell, is that who I think it is?
They've talked about me in that I'm the civilian that was zip tying.
Yeah, it's me cost love in the flesh.
You gone grey as well. What the fuck's going on? Even your voice.
It's better than being bold.
Okay.
Something smells fishy around here.
It's bald head.
Oh, why the
Hey,
fuck
I
is there a
want-
fish in my pocket?
I'd
Oh,
want
that's cool. You can just put it in my pocket.
Adam's apple.
Well, I gotta have something for dinner.
That was worth the wait.
Oh, Wagwan.
How the fuck do you know me then, you fucking idiot? When?
Yeah, and then someone made a fucking Liam Payne joke, and I was about to blast their fucking head.
Oh yeah, shit.
Hi, Morgan.
I want to be a witness so bad.
Get out.
Mr.
Christmas
Cannoli.
cracker, did you?
How you
Yeah.
doing?
Hey, how you doing, man? Long time no see.
I wasn't
doing
there.
it?
Christmas cracker.
I'm doing all right. Just
Come here.
I wasn't there, but I could testify.
seeing things haven't
Pretend to
changed.
What, you just gonna
Have
chat
you
some bullshit?
got your private investigation off the
Yeah.
ground yet?
Fuck, man.
The
It's,
truth is,
it's
the officers were
private
probing
legal
Cannoli.
advice. That's it.
They're putting
What the hell
probes in
else
his
do I
ass.
know?
You know, I would
ain't got
not
a
be
point on that.
surprised.
Yeah, that's what happened.
If they'd allow me to open a private law
Sounds like Cannoli
firm,
would have
I
enjoyed
would
it.
I would tear this
Oh, you
court
probably
apart.
told them to.
They'd be mad.
Well, why
but
don't
it
you? Why don't you
Yeah, but if it
ask?
would
I
have
mean, it
probed in
doesn't
his
hurt to
eye, I
ask.
would have destroyed his eye.
Well,
why they won't let him testify.
Yeah.
All right, give
guess
us a
so.
minute. Come on, you.
That's a pretty shitty way to lose an eye.
How rude.
Oh, pardon.
Look at the baller gang over there looking so distinguished. I should be one of those guys.
You're a cop.
I'm not a cop.
You know?
No, I was fired.
You was
Judging by that color dripping down your leg, looks like you didn't dress yourself properly
How
either.
long was you fired?
Like forever ago. Half of the time I was here, I was just pretending.
Did you call, did you call me Robert?
Happy?
Fired.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
How's it going?
Man got fired, you know?
I'm dead.
I'll just leave him in this.
Oh,
Jesus Christ, Gabe.
I'll go right here.
Oh, that works. Man got
Dodged
fired.
it. Yeah.
That sucks to hear, man. Was it because you was inactive or what?
Yeah,
No,
assault.
cool beans.
Wait,
Oh.
who's this?
Assault.
False.
Assault.
Wait, isn't that aggravated assault?
He's no longer a cop.
This man committed a felony.
I haven't been for a while. No, no,
you
it's
miss it
cool.
or no?
No, no, it's
Yeah,
locked in there.
I'm pretty sure that was aggravated assault.
So what I mean is you don't give a shit.
That wasn't aggravated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mickey, come here. I have to search
I
you.
mean, it makes you feel
Oh,
better,
okay.
less stress,
Same with you,
right?
Cody.
I don't have anything.
Oh, no stress at all.
Caution, I have to do.
My glasses. I
Yeah, man. Big chillin'.
It's cool
Jesus
beans
Christ,
over
Mickey,
here.
how much fucking
Well, probably see
alcohol
Bogs
do you
and Ballers
need?
one day.
Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're good.
You'll see
I went
Bogs
to the
and Ballers
Lux
one day, mate.
earlier. It's a nice
Yeah,
place.
maybe.
What?
No, I don't want to. They're scary. Look at him. He looks like a bodyguard, and he's like one of them. You know what I mean?
Can't see without my glasses.
Yeah,
punched off
but
my
then
face.
you know not
Do
to.
it, yeah?
You know,
Oh,
fuck
I'm so
off.
sorry.
Oh, look at him.
I
He's
think I just
bullying
stepped on your
her.
glasses.
You just stepped on glasses. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what
Who
the
punched
baller
you,
gang
Kavara?
does.
I'm so
You
sorry,
can't affiliate
Kavara.
with them.
Use an aggravated assault.
Okivara.
What was that,
Yeah.
folks?
Yeah.
Wait,
No, somebody
punched
else.
you?
Yes.
No,
Mr.
she can't
Cannoli?
see.
No.
He's on trial for punching somebody.
This gentleman right in front of me.
I'm glad I don't need glasses. Fuck
I
me.
don't believe Chips would do that.
Yeah, thank God. I mean, I have glasses. I just don't need them to pretend.
What the fuck am I doing?
Volk.
What's the?
Is this Law and Order?
Why is the People's Court music playing?
How do they do
And
that?
I'm blind.
Oh shit.
Am I tripping? Do I hear music?
No, Alves, you'll break it.
Oh, violence. He's bald. He's bald. I knew it. I knew he was bald. My baldar went off.
My bad.
When did Blaine County Sheriff Office start wearing black?
Ah.
I would have joined them if I had the chance.
Oh no, it's still going.
Is this what happens when court is
This
around?
is why I give YB an extra
Oh,
pair
no.
of my glasses.
Look at him dancing with his old person
I
stuff.
mean, I'll
she
fuck
gave me-
Boulder,
she
but
helped give me my
So why leave an extra hat
Yeah,
in all the
that's
trunks of my car?
an old person stuff. That's a good way to call it.
I
Yeah,
have a couple of Kev's glasses spread out between my cars just in case that happens.
he looks like the guy from Up.
I've had people steal my hats
over there
as
to
a
the left.
demand, so I've
To the left, to the
been
left.
keeping extras.
Don't call you very soon.
Yes.
The miles
Jeez,
used
oh,
to carry weight.
interesting.
For when me and Ken.
Anyways, I'm gonna go run away now.
I can't not.
I'll see you in
No,
like
but-
4 months.
I'll see you one day.
Yeah, someday. Oh, no worries. I'm a video gamer.
Hi.
I'll see you later,
Bob,
fellas.
if you leave, you can't come back in.
What? I don't.
No worries. I don't want to be here.
Goodbye, Boggs.
Sounds like they had jelly deals for dinner.
Yeah, with all these
And
stolen Browns,
sit.
a few of them got IBS. With how loud they are, there's no way that's normal.
Hi, boy,
I
you
would
need to get more
presume
sunlight
it
on your
to be
legs.
Echo.
Hello,
Why
Commissioner
does one
Gore.
of your legs look dirty? What the
Hudson whisper, please.
Listen,
Commish.
I was dressed up. I had to rush home.
I'm pretty sure
I
Echo
didn't
always
make
has
it. I shit
the like bar in her
everywhere.
mouth.
Is that a
I had to
tattoo
put-
or dirt?
Oh yeah, that's a tattoo. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. It's just a very faded tattoo. Okay.
Listen, I'm having a bad
God
day.
damn it,
Alright, I shit myself. I come back. I just put on the clothes that I had, and
Hey,
then
but you got the nice hat.
yeah, I know. And then I forgot to put my pants on.
Is she lying down because we're wrong or what? I don't know. Maybe she's tired.
It sounds like someone had jelly deals for dinner over. it.
Oh,
I
but,
love jelly
okay.
deals.
So it's not Echo. So
I
it's
don't know
Nola.
what the fuck that is, my guy.
What jelly deals?
Oh,
jellied
okay. Well,
eels. Ew.
Yeah, jelly deals.
oh,
Yeah,
there's so many goddamn
Yes.
canines. It's hard.
just trying.
They are gross. Don't worry. They're foul.
They're lovely. Oh,
They're
Lovely.
best.
bit of bread and butter pudding.
Oh hell no.
Fuck, my bad.
Yeah,
I told you
jelly
you were.
deals.
My bad.
Oh, yeah.
Who's that in the yellow jacket?
Just walk in. Excuse me, sir. Are you a lawyer? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna just church you. Just
Yeah,
No, I'm a fucking idiot.
That is not Billy Bob.
you are all set, sir.
Is that Mr. Hope?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how you doing?
He's a lawyer.
Hello,
Yeah.
sir.
Hello,
Mr.
everyone.
Hope, good to see you.
Morgan Freeman.
Ah, good to see you too, sir.
Have a seat.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's pinging me? Oh, you.
Oh no, I can't sit out here with you. I gotta go up there.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Go back
Oh,
up on
Chip's
your
here, by the way.
privilege seat.
Oh, yeah, we got him.
Is this guy in the pink a witness? Is that one of your witnesses, Levinsky?
It's on you, IB.
Mask up.
Oh shit, I can't hear anything.
Excuse me.
Hey, dear, I need you to
This
take
is
the
my
mask off,
witness,
please.
sir.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
I'll be honest, I didn't see her walk in.
Are we
Neither
all
did
ready?
I.
Yes, sure.
As ready as we will be.
Court is now back in session.
I would like to call Mr. Lightfoot to the stand, please.
Okay. Come on up.
You used to do the same thing. Did I do the same thing?
Oh. You're going to have to remove your mask, sir.
Who's there? Security guard.
Oh. Is that all right, Your Honor?
As long as it's a medical
I'm fine
condition
with him
sewn to
having
his
that.
face,
Oh,
or
Tony,
you know,
fuck,
we know who he is.
What was that, Cody?
But he needs to be shouting, so let him wear it. If you would, Mr. Lightfoot, would you get your shout on?
Yeah, it is for medical reasons. The mask is my face permanently.
Gotcha, gotcha. Can you just make sure you're shouting so that everyone can hear you?
He's a
I am.
lawyer.
Is that the lawyer? No way.
Go ahead and swear him in, please.
Yeah. If you want to face the...
Just so you know, Levinsky, we're not going to be able to hear anything because of the
raise your
open
right
close
hand
box above us.
and state your name.
Well, it's my left hand, sorry.
Yeah, state your name.
That's okay.
Chewy Lightfoot.
Perfect. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you, kudos.
I do.
Perfect.
I could be seated now.
Please do, please do.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
sir.
Please do be seated. Yes.
I'm not gonna be able to hear a fucking thing.
Could you just stand back a little bit for me? Thank you.
Yeah.
How are we doing today, Mr. Lightfoot?
I'm doing okay. Busy, but okay.
That's wonderful to hear.
Considering he got paid
I
and somebody said it's this
apologize.
little fucker.
My voice is a little bit gravelly. We've been here a long time.
No, it's okay. You're fine.
So, on the day of the court trial, were you here in the court?
That is correct.
And you watched all of the proceedings, correct?
That is also correct.
And when you were leaving the court, did you stop at any location?
Yes, inside the front lobby and out front of City Hall by the steps.
How many people would you estimate were there?
Inside the lobby, maybe 10. Outside, 20-ish.
And did you...
Yeah, it's definitely him.
God, that's so bad.
I'm hearing
One
voices
second, let me
again.
go check my head. I'll be right back. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm hearing voices too.
Hello? Is that you, Jane?
No, you're hearing things, honey.
She's still in the urn above the fireplace.
And fly away.
Hopefully it comes back resolved.
Oh my god, Connie got his legs back.
I guess we'll give him a second to fix that. I'll go check on him.
Hello, puppy. Look, I got you something. There you go. You okay?
What is it you said, Jimmy, before? The people of the court would like to remind those that are in attendance today that today's court session is brought to you by Manscaped.
Fuck off.
Use code BALAGANG to get 15% off your purchase. Keep your privates clean so your woman doesn't have to pick her teeth.
Huh?
Nailed it.
After that issue. Roll again.
Don't sit there and just poop on it.
I don't know. She probably spelled back again. Shit. She sent me a message. What the fuck does that mean? It's probably changed your name. Still cheesy balls.
You good? Are you ready to proceed, sir?
I can't check my
Great
voice.
travel.
Are you shouting? You
Oh.
would just look. Walk right here.
I can't change it. Oh, there we go.
It'll do it right here. Yeah, right on, brother.
Okay, now I am.
All right.
I do thank you again, Mr. Lightfoot. So, as you were saying, you saw about 8 to 10 individuals in the lobby.
Roughly, yes.
And what did you see occur in the lobby?
So everybody was standing, talking to themselves in their groups, and then heated words were said between Cannoli and the individual that I think was the lawyer that he struck.
Do you remember what those words happened to be?
The words exactly? No, I don't recall. I do know
That's no problem.
it was a heated exchange of words between the two. Words said were kind of like targeted towards each other to try to like instigate. It
So
seemed
they
like.
were going back and forth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. And then what happened, sir?
I guess words that were said were enough to aggravate Cannoli, and he struck the gentleman.
And when you say struck the gentleman, did he hit him once, multiple times? Did he get on top of him and keep punching him?
In the lobby, he punched him once, and that was it that I saw inside the lobby.
Did the punch knock the gentleman down?
It knocked him back, not down.
All right. So after that, then you said you went out in front. What did you see anything out there?
The gentleman that was struck came out. Cannoli was speaking to somebody else, and the gentleman that was struck decided to say choice words again, which aggravated Cannoli. I thought the situation was done, but apparently the gentleman that was struck decided to, I don't know, like say things to kind of like instigate another reaction out of Cannoli, it seemed.
All right. So again, he's struck once, does not fall down. Then I go outside. Cannoli goes outside, leave the scene.
Yes, they leave the scene from the lobby and go outside.
And then the individual who he struck comes back out, and gets into it again with him after being struck, and then struck again.
Correct.
No further questions.
Prosecutor.
What?
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm just gonna recover some ground very briefly because I'm lost. So did you witness Cannoli strike anyone?
Yes.
Okay, did you witness him strike a lawyer?
I don't know the individual's name.
Okay. And how many times did Cannoli strike the individual that landed?
Twice that I saw.
How many times did he attempt to strike them, whether landed or not?
From my own personal viewing, 3, 2 landed, 1 missed.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna draw it at that. There's not really much I
Fields.
can stem from with that. Core council. Then
Wolf.
search that person, please.
You're
Can you
quiet.
speak up? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can you shout?
Fields.
Everyone hear me?
Now I can.
I can.
Yeah,
It's Fields. Do you still want me to search him?
All right. So from what you just said, you said that you didn't know what was said, but then you proceeded to say that it sounded like
Yes,
that
it's
they
Fields.
were
He just texted me.
instigating with each other. Correct?
Yeah, I don't recall the
Okay,
exact
thank you.
words said, but it was, you could tell by the demeanor, like the way that they were talking to each other, the elevated voices, they were yelling at each other.
All right, but you can't tell exactly what was said.
Well, I just don't recall because that was a while ago. I'm old. I don't have that good of a memory for words.
All right. No further questions then.
Counselor.
Could I have 2 minutes in the room to speak to my client? I have no other questions though for this individual.
Thank you, Mr. Lightfoot. You may step down.
No problem.
So you need to take a recess with your client in private, correct?
Oh, just a minute or
Oh,
so.
no
I
problem.
just
Thank
want
you.
to confer to him
No worries.
about
All right,
our final step.
I'm not going to recess court for that. Yeah, I'll just give you a quick minute to shoot out there and.
Well, we can just go into the juror room if you'd like.
Yeah, please do.
If you don't mind unlocking it for us.
Would you like any refreshments?
I don't have the keys.
Would you like any refreshments, Judge?
I'm waiting for someone to promote something again. I'm waiting for another promotion to pop up.
Hey, I went in my head a second. Did you say something to me?
Yeah. Do you want any
No,
refreshments?
that Boulder Gang did.
No, I got plenty. Thank you.
Okay.
Now sponsored by Taco Bell. Oh wait, doesn't exist. This call is brought to you by Mountain Dew. Use code JUSTICE for 20% off your next big order. What do you say? I've got one of my head. Some cheeky mango. I got 3 of them.
Hey, Hudson.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Thank you, Levensky. Good to see you too, man.
Judge, my only question is, will the individual assaulted Mr. Billy Bob be attending?
Repeat that question.
Will the individual assaulted, Mr. Billy Bob, be attending to be a witness?
I don't see him if you don't see him, you know?
Well, then I'll go ahead and say that we have no further witnesses to call.
Gotcha. Mr. Levinsky, do you have a witness that you would like to call now that you know that Mr. Cannoli and his attorney have chosen for him not to provide any testimony?
All right, please. Feel free.
Hello? I can hear.
We can't hear him.
Blow my brains out. Hello, test. Can you guys hear me?
Yay.
Fine, just
check it.
wanted to see you run around.
Yeah, just give it a good kick and sometimes that works.
Yeah, I think this thing's on.
Give it a good fucking whack. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Well, today's been an interesting trial to say the least. We've seen a variety of different statements, some conflicting, some in line with each other. We've heard from expert opinions and otherwise just those not expert. We've heard from multiple police officers, and their testimonies are far more valuable in any court of law than a civilian, being that officers are pledged to an oath and held at a much higher standard than any other agency. So that must be taken into account, that all the officers that have testified today are providing honest information with integrity and doing such in a manner that is considerably a higher standard than others. There's been we'll cover some different topics here. First of all, the expert witness that we called to the stand made it very clear that there was swift mood changes with Tony Cannoli. That does not verdict the law. Having some sort of evaluation would just him going to some sort of facility and receiving the proper treatment that he may require, although I'm not in the position to state what he does and does not. That does not impede our verdict as judges, as justice. We must hold everyone accountable. Everyone should be held to the same standard. No one is exempt, regardless of who they are, who they work for, and what they are. They are not exempt from the law. It's in there to protect the civilians and protect us. And if we, as police officers, can't uphold that law and respect it, how can civilians? An accredited officer of the law who has been in multiple departments and progressed highly gave a statement today. That was Officer Mintz, and made it very clear that he had witnessed the assault take place, and he testified to the fact that Tony Cannoli had struck that lawyer multiple times. That alone is a powerful statement. That is from a corporal in the police force, which is a very high rank to achieve. It's definitely a valuable opinion. As submitted into Discovery, although not here today, we've seen the statements that I've submitted in Discovery, which I'm sure all those relevant have went over. Statements from attorneys, and again, that's important. The attorneys and the public defenders are responsible for upholding justice in the city, because at the end of the day, if there was no justice, people would be prosecuted for crimes they likely didn't commit. So it's important to have that fair balance in the way on the scales. And if a public defender can't feel safe in his own job because he fears if he makes the wrong move, he's going to be beaten, then I don't know what to tell you about the judicial department, but everyone may as well quit for their own safety. he was attacked doing a job that is here for the civilians and for us as police officers to keep us in line. Cannoli was suspended from duty following the charge, which is standard procedure for anyone. And despite the advisories from his medical professional claiming that he should not be going to work, Cannoli disregarded that and began operating again in a law enforcement capacity. He was given orders and making threats. He had the opportunity with his suspension to distance himself from the police force and focus on himself. Instead, he did the opposite and moved himself closer and actually impeded on people's police work. Overall, this trial has been a real showcase of that the law does not bend depending on who you are and what you are. And I think it's only right that all the statements are taken into account that have been provided today, especially those of attorneys, police officers, and many more. It's important that the scales of justice are weighed equally, and hopefully everyone in this courtroom and yourself, Your Honour, is able to see that. Otherwise, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
That was
Counsel.
very lovely. Very lovely, Mr. Levinsky. Judge Pistol, members here of the court, we're not here to talk about the shortcomings of Mr. Cannoli. We all have shortcomings, and again, ye who is without sin, please cast the first stone. Now, what I have problem with is with the reckless disregard for the penal code and the use of a felony charge for an individual who got into a heated argument and struck someone, then left the location. Again, we heard from eyewitness who stated that he clearly saw a one punch hit, one punch missed, the individual staggered, and then fell down later, tripping. That individual, again, is not here to testify that, strangely enough. But then, after Mr. Cannoli had left and attempted to leave the situation, he was brought back into it when that individual came back out and confronted him a second time. Now, was there an assault? Yes, most likely there was an assault. Is this deemed a felony charge, which will ruin an individual's first time offense life in Korea? I believe that we have an opportunity here to not only balance the scales of justice, but make sure that we are correctly looking at each criminal charge individually, not looking at it as, oh, well, he struck someone, so it's aggravated felony assault, ruining someone's life for here on out. I believe that we as a society are looking to balance the positive and negative. Have we all done wrong? Has someone sped? Has someone done something that they are less than happy with? I imagine so. I myself have driven on the wrong side of the road a couple times, and I still try to slow myself down and force myself to take precautions. Does that make me a felon? Does that make any of these other individuals a felon for making a mistake in the heat of passion, or driving around, or getting involved with individuals? I believe not. Now, I believe it's the court's opportunity here to, yes, correct the charges. This should not be a felony offense. It should be a misdemeanor offense at best. I believe that, yes, all people should be held accountable to the law. And yes, Mr. Cannoli was going through a difficult time and things may have sprung. Actions of passion sometimes are not inadmissible, and you need to be held accountable for them. But to push a felony offense on this individual is ludicrous at best. And I appall having to say this, but we need, yes, that to make sure that we have a proper understanding in sentencing of the laws that we have in place. Now, I implore the judge to look at this case individually and look at it as what are we saying about our criminal justice system and what are we saying about the charges placed on individuals.
Thank you. I want to say this, that regardless of verdict, both sides presented excellent cases, and don't let the outcome of this discourage don't let it discredit your actual performance. I feel like at the root of this case, the real question is, did the violence that occurred constitute as a felony or a misdemeanor? And, you know, I've reviewed what the expert physician said in regards to Mr. Cannoli fulfilling all of his guidelines and recommended mental health treatment. I know that he is a distinguished physician, and he wouldn't have been called to the stand if his opinion wasn't highly regarded. So I'll treat that as such. I know from personal experience that Mr. Cannoli has given a lot of servitude to the community before this incident ever took place. And I know that things can be very stressful, and we're all human beings. Nobody's perfect. I don't think that with his record and background and the situation, I don't, in my heart of hearts, feel like this is worth a felony. So he has been charged with felony assault. I do, however, think that he should be charged with the misdemeanor, but he fulfilled all of his obligations and even went back for more. So I guess if Mr. Cannoli is truly not up to the standard of his position,
Oh, good one.
we'll figure that out in due time. If he wants to make another mistake, and we'll come back here and do it again. But as of right now, I don't feel like that constitutes as a felony. What I'm going to do is recommend that you continue to see Dr. Chips, and I guess prosecution, are you trying to still, if he is found not guilty of these felony misdemeanor, are you still trying to apply, the felony assault, are you still trying to apply a misdemeanor to his record?
I don't know what the question you're posing is, but if you're asking me, irrelevant of what he's charged with, he will be getting a charge on his record,
Gotcha.
irrelevant of what the status of it is.
Well, then I as far as felony assault, Mr. Cannoli, I find you not guilty.
I would now like to file individual lawsuits against Commissioner Gorn and Commissioner Levinsky for
Not a commissioner, but
wrongful
thank you.
suspension.
You
sorry.
can do that through the
Levinsky
appropriate
Gorn
channels.
against,
I would love to be commissioner, but sadly not.
Improper suspension. I would like to, since he has been found not guilty, have him returned with back pay to work.
You realize this is an at-will state, and anyone can be dismissed without grounds.
You know how that system works. So file the appropriate paperwork, and we'll make a judgment on that at the appropriate time.
Oh, perfectly fine. I will go ahead. But again, thank you very much, Judge, for your time, and have a wonderful day, sir.
Alrighty.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Commissioner Levinsky.
Go ahead and
I
do
wish,
what
man.
you have to.
That's a very interesting.
I think now I'm going to be the
Levinsky.
common
Wendy.
janitor for the police force.
What's up?
Brock's right
Tony
behind you.
Cannoli had me clean the toilets.
Huh?
Brock's right behind you. Come on.
No.
Hell yeah.
Stupid advice.
Sounds like somebody needs a good lawyer.
It's the only opportunity I'll ever get at it.
Can we let up, please? Thank you.
I'm going to hang myself off a light bulb.
Oh, Miss, can I have my ticket?
I need to go to bed, so
I'm
glad you
Enjoy
glad you
your
won,
evening,
but
Deborah.
you as well.
You're gonna miss the fucking fireworks, though.
I'm sorry.
Is that actually going to be fireworks?
Mr. Cannoli, congratulations on
Holy
you're not
shit.
guilty.
Thank you, appreciate it. If you guys want to head over to LSPD, I've got a show to put on.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We cleaning house today?
We're kind of cleaning house. You're about to find out something that I've been preparing for a long fuck.
Oh my god, you just came out of nowhere, mate.
Box sound to all units. If there are no actives, head over to LSPD.
Hell yeah.
All right.
See that,
boss?
That's it. Go over to.
Go left.
Go to MRPD.
I'll give it a
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna comment on this. What? What is gonna happen? This is interesting. I wish I could have been his lawyer for this, but oh Jesus! Oh God!
No.
That's a lot of car baby making right there.
Oh shit! You broke his door. Right, super.
Fuck the door.
Oh my gosh! There's so much car baby making going on. Hey, hey! No touching the tips.
That's assault.
I'm gonna laugh while we got car.
Out.
That's assault. The fuck?
That's the English.
What, sorry?
That's kind of you, Tony.
What, sorry?
All right, next. I think they need a queue set up out here.
Hell is this?
I don't understand how he's already back on duty. He's still technically suspended.
Oh my god, and again!
There's
Fuck
another
off.
one.
Over here, brother.
I mean, literally taking
I've
the car
got
off
body
my head,
cam.
bro. I was stood there.
Trying to get up here to record it.
Ow! Right, that's it. You're gonna call.
Yeah, with what?
There's a witness behind you, no? Oh, sorry.
Punching dogs out here? What the fuck's going on?
Did it just punch you?
I punched him first.
How stuck does someone have to be
That's
in your
how you got a
mind to
phone call
fucking do
earlier.
that?
Why did I get a phone call from Casper earlier then?
That's a very expensive car, 50 million.
The fuck's happening? Is this a car auction going off? Like, what the fuck's going on?
I have no idea.
Yeah, man. If it's a car auction, can't I just spend my fucking 40k, mate?
Oh, that Faggio's definitely got something in it.
Oh shit, sorry.
Damn.
Sorry. Sorry.
It's okay. You're allowed to do that now.
Sorry.
I've heard you like the book anyway, so sorry.
Sorry.
Hello?
I'm going to get changed.
No, we're at MRPD, brother. I don't know, Cannoli, you want me to sort him down, so come down.
I think I'm just gonna stand over here.
I think I know what's gonna happen.
He's gonna drop a
I
nuke on
don't even know why PD have to be here.
I'm thinking we're gonna need a flatbed.
Man, this is so cool.
Is this like public humiliation?
No, this is
Yeah,
a
for
I'm gonna throw apples at the cars. GG.
Get the apples, get the eggs.
Wait, can I have the 10F? Can I just have it?
Yeah, take it.
Hell yeah. Make it a PD car.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
get
hear
over there, man.
some
Just go
ticking.
grab it. Go hotwire it.
Yeah, there's a 100% chance.
No, it's me. I'll get shot down if I do it.
What, so you having some chicken?
No ticking, like boom.
Oh.
So this is where all of his money went.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Are these his cars?
The vehicles out, ladies and gentlemen. All these vehicles belong to a misfit who's no longer in the city.
Hmm.
We are going to be getting these vehicles and
They're nice cars. They look cool.
every one of them.
Can I buy one?
That wide body.
Fuck that, which misfit did it belong to?
Oh, well, no one's buying the
I
Faggio
like
now.
the Lambo. 10F is cool.
Which misfit did it belong to?
Casper,
Oh, fucking.
the sunrise is his all over.
LSPD, BCSO, head downstairs, grab yourself a.
I just work here. I'm
lift those
confused.
bitches up, roll them in there, crush the shit out of
When are you not, Larson?
Hello, Commissioner
Crush
Lewinsky.
the bastards, fucking.
Commissioner
That's
When are you
amazing.
not confused?
You're telling me you're getting anything from this?
I'm the commissioner of the
No.
janitor
I, I see new billboards.
Janitor from the
Cannoli
Benson.
crushes crime.
I don't
Ow!
know. I'd take the 10 off all day.
It was good.
Misdemeanor.
It was a good statement. You didn't have to
Oh,
hit me
not
over
a
it.
wide body
No, that's a
drafter.
good
That's so sad.
I like school.
Car
We're gonna put your head in the
Once
crusher and then we're just gonna blow your head to
you,
pieces.
Oh,
bring
it's
him.
crushing
Fucking
them,
all
I
shit
think.
you.
Can you do that to me, Lewinsky? That'd be great.
That'd be funny if he
Oh.
crushes them all.
Oh,
you
under me.
Are you cuffed?
Oh,
the fuck
bring
are
him
you?
in. Just put a
Why
code
are you
pink.
fussing me?
That really
That's what you
sucks.
deserve
Cause
for punching
there's
me.
a cop.
That vehicle
What?
over there, eat your heart out.
Hang on.
Wait, what?
The what?
Cop being an idiot.
That vehicle right there.
Guys,
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
not speaking to you, Cuddy.
As
They're my
always.
cuffs now. I've used the key.
Wait, what are we doing?
Some very nice cars.
Are you blind as well, sir?
Are we crushing all these?
Sorry.
That's not how you spell
somebody's-
cannoli.
Fuck's sake, Lewinsky.
Yeah,
I
It's
knew
okay.
something,
It's
but I
okay.
don't see it. I was just there.
If you keep wearing that.
Hey,
Crushing all these.
Tommy,
I was
we're
just
all
hitting the
getting
head,
crushed.
okay?
Oh, they're getting crushed.
Yeah,
Yeah, it belongs to Casper, fuck him.
I'm
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
they're
I
getting
want the
crushed.
10F. Fuck that.
Yeah, no.
I like the wide body
Oh,
draft.
fuck
I
it.
reckon
Prefer
they'll let
the-
Casper back in the city just so we can do code pink.
No, we're gonna repair them.
like Casper back in the city so we can do
Just
code
copy
pink on
these
him.
in his
Yeah,
pants.
Jimmy, are you okay, buddy?
Hey, I couldn't stand the prick anyway.
Let go, buddy. Let it go.
Can't stand the
Oh,
prick
this
anyway.
is so
I have no
sad.
money.
Jimmy, it's been over a month.
well.
Let it go.
I'd take that 10 off real
Alright.
quick.
That
Move
fucking
on.
twat terrorised us for no reason. Fucking prick.
Brother.
Then locked himself in a fucking cafe so people could die over and over until he had about 40 people against 3.
Fucking hell.
Then he'd wake up and think he's fucking big man. Wanker.
It's funny who's here to be front and center.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, wrong.
And I don't know, I may as well put the selling them, but if it's a crush, you don't fucking know. You're gonna get
Yeah, no.
to be honest.
It's the forklift's out, brother.
Chips?
Forklift's out, brother.
This looks very therapeutic.
What are they doing?
I'm pretty sure they're about to crush all these cars in that giant crusher over there.
Operating the forklift.
He's already
Ah,
stated that
see?
these are all Misfits cars.
Ah, well, sometimes it's the best revenge you can get. Really, is to the satisfaction of crushing a villain's car.
I mean, they're seized, so.
Right.
Sorry.
Assault.
Please don't. Please don't do that.
Sorry.
What? Oh no, the first one's going.
Whoa.
Do I need to be here? I don't think I need to be here. So
Jimmy, I think our presence here is making people uncomfortable.
yeah, I don't understand the obsession.
I'd give 600k for the draft there.
I was gonna say, Jimmy, I'm getting.
Well,
a
I mean,
sense
the
that
man was tormented by the misfits.
we are
correct?
making people
He-
uncomfortable by our
you know,
presence here.
Not
of
even
course
just
you'd
him.
enjoy
I
this.
don't know.
The whole city.
I think the whole city was tormented by the misfits.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Look, now you can't fit down that
If
big
we're not
fucking
hard
road.
on crime, then
You must be
why are
wild
we
sex,
why are we living at all?
I bet he puts his dick in a fucking belly button. Look, you doing, bro?
I don't think anyone's actually meant to be in the car.
I'll have to dance on top of you while you do this.
I
think he's struggling.
Oh, the draft there.
I think I'm gonna step up here behind this concrete.
No, this is. This sucks.
Come on, let me buy that pink sister right there.
Man standing in the crusher. Maybe he does need therapy after all.
I'll give you guys 100K.
That's an understatement.
It's crazy. That's not a professional opinion.
That's a new approach.
So sick as a wide
It does.
Oh no, the pink
Oh.
Sure I can't buy this car?
Can I buy the Tempesta?
Are you sure I can't buy this car? I'd love to.
You're positive. Or I'm positive. Not you're positive.
I'm
I'm positive.
positive. What the fuck, Larson?
No, we're crushing them all.
Oh damn.
Never to be seen again on the road.
Can I look in the back?
Okay. Watching us fucking crush Cannoli.
I told you that was broken, Cannoli. Doesn't work for him.
It is, but they're struggling so hard.
Some say love.
You know what they should do with the materials after crushing the cars? They should take all the materials and make some handcuffs with them.
No, the rest of the lyrics.
Got this. You got
Fucking couldn't have to nice to a fucking better person.
Some say love.
You love him, really, do.
I
Da,
fucking
da,
hate
da, da, da.
I hope he has nothing but bad luck the rest of his fucking life. That's how much I like him. No fucking bad luck.
Who are you talking about?
Casper, fucking
I think all these officers should feel good about seeing all this poison get destroyed.
Oh, the drafter is bad.
No. He's struggling to pick up the time out.
I think you guys need better equipment. This seems to be taking a long time.
If you need help, I've got my.
Lift with it. Lift with it. Yeah, lift.
Lift. Go on.
Yeah, forklift license and actually like escape with the car on the.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I just fucking chuck it over the foot.
I'm looking for it, Noah. Hold on.
How we doing? What the fuck is going on?
I went flying. Ow.
It's a new style destruction derby. It's the car versus the crusher.
I'll give like 600k cash for right now.
I haven't seen a car win yet.
It's not though. It's not.
Tommy.
What? I've got one. What? What?
Come with me, come with me.
We should just sit.
I might search for a reason.
up?
What the fuck is going on? Like, the building is invisible, kind of.
I thought I thought it was like that
What?
just due to the fact that you can scrap the vehicles. I'd been said that you couldn't pick it up, just only like little dragon cars and bikes because of the weight.
Yeah.
Because I opened
I'll
a prayer
keep it.
with him and
I'll buy
he
it
said
for
he fixed it.
200K
So.
right now.
Yeah, that was like what, a few days
200K
after I
right
got
now,
my
buy it.
forklift certification.
Exactly. No, it was the day after.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Sometime near there, I remember.
Since when you're done, or when this is all done, myself and Bolt, I need to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
The Safari is the most expensive.
Safari's 50 mil.
Torres, you see anything cool in there? You let me keep it, yeah? That's rude. I don't want to guess a password. Yes, yeah. That gave me a class 2 ouchie. But no, when I jumped off the light there and gave a swanton to Jimmy over here. What's wrong, Pitts? Because your skills not as useful as you thought?
Huh?
Said you
Hey,
had
it's not the
certified
driver, it's the
forklifting stuff.
vehicle. It's the vehicle.
What's that guy's problem then?
Hmm?
I said, what's that guy's problem?
No clue.
Nothing's even coming up. I'm stuck.
The car
I'm
crushing
just
is
stuck
funny.
like this. What the fuck? Oh, my back! Oh.
They could probably be using the forklifts to pull the crushed ones out if they're not too far back. The forks on those forklifts are not very long. They're very weak.
Where are you going?
Off duty.
I was supposed to go work the fucking BU 2 hours ago, but that court case kept going on.
Get out of the trunk. What are you talking about? I wasn't actually in there, Larson. Jesus.
I wouldn't let me open the trunk.
My left leg hurts. Thank you.
Stay
No,
the
it's
hell
going
over here.
Bing bong.
What?
Fuck your life.
Don't look at me like that. There's another sledgehammer in it for you.
Oh, that's rude.
We'll give you some real brain surgery.
No, next task. Then Castle back to do pink on him.
I don't know about anybody else, but I can't see shit.
You know,
Everything is all fucked up for me. I got a what?
You need to get Napa come back.
I did, and nothing changed. I guess I'll take a nap and clear out my brain and then come back.
Well, that's over.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, man, great. Yeah, lots of fun.
Excuse me?
There you go.
Yeah, that's all. Alright, if you guys are good, you can clock back on duty and get out on patrol if you're staying on duty. Appreciate you guys for tonight.
Gonna happen to a fucking better person.
Hey, you know what you should do? You can
third eye the cars and get some scrap from them.
Brother, do you know what they need to do?
Yeah.
Need to bring Casper back so we do code pink on him.
I got his character on my slots.
All right, that's where this is ending.